Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, we have a lot of interesting stuff to dive into today. I have been speaking to my brother from a different mother. I'm going to put this up. There is a link that's being shown across your screen here for AK. I did get a lot of this. He has given me specific permission to be able to run these videos and go through them with you. We talked at length yesterday and the day before regarding a lot of this. I'm hoping that he will pop in and maybe I will be able to get him up on panel, but I can't promise that. He's out doing a lot of things, you guys. This has gotten really expensive for him. And everybody knows he's not one to ask for anything, but he does have, let me just see here. I believe it's Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App on his About section. So if you go to his YouTube page and click on the tab that says About, scroll down to the bottom, and you will see his Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Now, he does do some lives, and all the super chats and stuff that he gets on his lives is staying on YouTube for now. He's in the process of working out the specifics. He's going to start up a nonprofit to do exactly what you're going to see, you know, in these videos that he's put together and stuff like that. He's really brought out a lot. I did catch a lot in the videos, but before I wanted him to be able to, you know, go live and have discussions about his videos that he put out yesterday live before anybody else. So that's why I wanted to wait till today to go over this. There was a lot of things that I caught in the videos. Okay. But I wanted to give him a chance to do his own live first. And I noticed a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon, and I hope to God they, you know, did ask his permission to use that and give him the credit where it's due. He's not very savvy, as you know, with this. Now, the first thing I want to mention yesterday, hang on just a second here. Sorry about that. The cold is getting a lot better. I've been pumping myself up with vitamin D and stuff. You're going to see a lot of things here, and I'm going to point it out. Now, don't forget, I used to work for a private investigator too in all these years of the legal field when I worked in it for the last 30-something years. So I have an eye for detail. Now, my biggest, I guess, mistake is I should have said it to AK privately. I pointed out things that I seen, and others took that and ran with it. I don't care if AK took it and ran with it, you know, or whatever, or if he even seen it first, whatever. But for others to take that and run with it, I don't know. I'm not impressed. So any super chats in that you get, you guys, they're going to stay on YouTube until he gets this nonprofit set up. So I know he has spent a lot of money out of pocket, and the family and everything's fine, but he is hurting for money. He's a very proud man and very humble. He's got a Venmo, PayPal, Cash App there. I am asking you guys, if you guys decided that you wanted to donate super chats or anything to me today, please don't do that. I would rather that you went to AK's channel, click on the About section, scroll down, anything that you wanted to give me, please donate it via his either Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. I would appreciate that because he brings us a lot, and I know he's hurting financially. It's a lot for the gas, for the equipment, for the repairs and everything else. I've tried to send him money. He wouldn't take it. I'm going to send him a good chunk. He needs some help. So please scoot over there and give him some help. So let's get into this. So we knew yesterday before the court even started that there was a change of venue for the Barry Morphew trial. Now, no, my brother made a joke. Oh, did you hack it again? Also, in yesterday's court hearing, right in court, the judge stated the IT team found that the WebEx had not been hacked. Okay? So I want to put that out there because I've been getting a lot of questions regarding that. Like, we see it all over the internet. They're saying that you hacked into the WebEx. There was no hack. Just like I said, I'm not a liar, you guys. So that also came out before they even really got started, but they're not allowing the reporters to have their digital stuff in there, their laptops, phones, whatever. Even though the IP people or IT techs, whatever it is that they have, the one thing is they're now saying it was somebody that was in the courtroom that was live streaming it. I don't believe there was anybody live streaming it. You cannot find a live stream of that WebEx anywhere. What they're failing to do is, which is legal, is for people in the courtroom to type out and send out information as to what's going on in the courtroom. That is perfectly legal. They're allowed to do it and report on it. And that's what was happening. But now they're still saying it had to have been someone in the courtroom. Well, they're in Colorado. I live in Canada. Wasn't me. Anyway, so there's some things that I want to go over. I've written, ouch. Oh, my glasses are caught in my hair. I'm going to keep an eye on chat too to see, so I can see if Kurt does come in. I'm hoping he does, so we can get him up on the live here too. Yeah, it was already put out already by Denver Post, I believe it was. And that's where I found it. So everybody's saying, oh, how'd you get that information before it was even said in court? It was already put out. How they got the information, I have no idea. I'm just reporting back on what I found. That's it. So also, Cahill did testify yesterday. He was on the stand for most of the day. The judge is not going to make any decisions on what was done yesterday in court, including the response about this fingerprint stuff and whatnot, any sanctions that may be, whatever happened, because there's really not much out there about it. He's going to give a written response on February 10th. Okay, so everything from yesterday forward is now going to be in Fremont, in Colorado. Everything's being moved there. So every court appearance now, Barry has to drive 60 miles away to go. Now, which really kind of irritates me. It's because he's allowed to drive from where he's staying the 60 miles. He's allowed to drive there. What's he going to do on the way? Right? That leaves it open to him doing whatever he wants to do along the way. But it is what it is. They've moved it. Barry and his girl seem very happy. They have big smiley faces and whatnot, and rubbing daddy's legs and back and all happy for daddy. Well, I wish you showed some kind of empathy for your mother, the way that you're showing the empathy and concern and happiness and everything for your dad, who's standing accused of murdering your mother. Okay, so if you guys didn't see my last video, I did the problem with the fingerprints. And this is we're going to show you, the first video we're going to see is exactly why I said that. Okay? We're going to see that. We're going to see a bunch of photos. We're going to see some videos. We're going to see some cams that were caught by the police when they went to investigate. And I'm going to give you some information as we go. So this first video that we're going to see is when the police were in the area. Suzanne was reported missing. Sorry for the cough. Suzanne's reported missing, and they go looking. Okay? So let me just get this up. And we're going to share. This is when the officers arrived in the area where they found her bike. Sorry, you guys. Oops, shared it the wrong way. Hang on a second. Okay, so this is the first video we're going to look at. This is AK's video. I have full permission to use his videos. So let's go ahead and let's watch this. And I'm going to be stopping it. And it's not because of copyright and all that, because I've been given full permission, but it's because I want you to pay attention to something. So this is the road that the bike was found on. This is where Barry pointed up this hill. You'll see in the next video that he thought a mountain lion took her up there. That's what he had said, everybody, and blah, 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 blah. So let's get to this where the police show up and they find the bike.
I just turned on the 225 and I see a bicycle off in the ravine.
He's saying he sees a bicycle. Okay, so just to let you know, you guys, the creek that runs by Barry Morphew's house is this creek here, but it's much further up over here. Okay, so he's walking, I guess, along this creek to see if did she fall over the bridge, maybe. You know, he's checking along and he decides to walk up this way, and this is when he spots a bike.
225.
Okay, this is why I'm stopping it right here. Do you guys see anything in this picture? Look at the whole picture here. Do you guys notice anything? Because he has now spotted the bike, okay? I'm going to wait. I'm going to see in the chat. Do you, can you guys see anything here? Look at the whole picture. JD King, if you want jury duty, I wouldn't be making those comments online, my dear. Because they don't want anybody that's excited for jury duty either. Exactly, Corey. Now, this is what I pointed out yesterday when AK put this live, okay? This is a big issue because of the fingerprint. Remember they said there's partial fingerprints on the handlebars and on the bike seat, okay? Pay attention to that in this video. Also, what I want you to pay attention is the area surrounding the bike, okay? You can tell this bike was thrown over because there's no matted down grass or anything like that to see where she rolled off. If she would have went over on that bike, she would have been down here somewhere. There's no way with all the trees and the rocks, she would have been caught up here somewhere. Let's go ahead and finish. She would have been right down here somewhere. Because this is the hill right here where her bike was thrown over.
Suzanne!
There's her bike. Okay, you see how the bike is? It was thrown from up here. So even if she would have went off the cliff, her body, and then it comes down the hill and it flattens right out. She would have been caught up right here somewhere. Okay?
Suzanne?
Suzanne? Just like asking like she's standing 10 feet in front of him. Okay, you see the grass? Nothing has been, except for here, where the bike probably landed and slid a bit. There's nothing here. This grass isn't pushed down, pushed over, nothing like somebody fell off this bike. It's all standing up still. Now watch what happens here. I am going to be pausing it. Watch what happens.
Maybe see if you can get that up to the road and then check the serial number or call the husband and see what kind of bike she has.
Okay, so at this point, one of the cops says, can you get that up to the road? Let's get the serial number, call the husband, and see what bike she has. First thing this cop should have done was put on gloves. But watch. Don't forget, keep in mind, partial fingerprints on the handlebars and seat.
Somebody chip you, buddy.
Oh, I wanted to catch that. I will rewind it, but I want to catch something.
Can you try to call the husband and see what type of bike she has?
Okay, I got to do this so because it goes really quick. short of slowing it down here.
Blue in color.
See that? That's what I was trying to catch. I will rewind it so you can hear what he's saying. Still no gloves. He's now found a bike. Any cop knows, any investigator knows, as soon as you come across evidence, the first thing you do, put on some booties, put on some gloves to not contaminate that scene. He is going to walk up and through this scene and touch that bike without any gloves. Let me just rewind it a little bit so you can hear it.
Can you try to call the husband and see what type of bike she has? Right now I'm staring at a Santa Cruz, blue in color.
See this? What did he do? Yellow Submarine says Barry's fingerprint on the bike would have been justified. This is not Barry. This is a cop. Okay? Now, by grabbing this bike, no gloves on, he's leaving fingerprints. He then touches the seat. You're going to see that. He's also disturbing the area where the bike was. He hasn't taken a picture. He hasn't done nothing. Okay? Watch what he does. Both parts of the handlebars. He's turning them around. Now watch it. Okay, right there. Boom. Now, the partial prints on the handlebars and on the bike seat. Those partial prints that came back to all these different matches could be this guy, could be somebody in his family, somebody with fingerprints close to his. That's why I think this fingerprint evidence is going to have to be thrown out. But there's more. Okay, let me just see if I can get that. Because he also touches the frame. Okay, let me see if you guys can see it. It's really quick, but he then grabs the frame to lift the bike up. So over these rocks so he can lay it down. Right here. He's picking it up by the frame. Or by the seat, sorry. Sides of the seat, okay. I thought he grabbed it by the frame. So now, not only does he touch the evidence without any gloves, he leaves it unattended and walks off. Still see he's got no gloves on. Like, you guys, tell me if I'm way off the mark here, but wait a minute. If Suzanne had fallen down and started walking back home, why is he going the other way towards 50 Highway instead of back towards her house? She would have went back towards home, not towards the highway, right? Why is he walking in this direction? And he's left the bike alone. Chain of command when it comes to evidence. So now you see somebody else approaching right here. This could be another cop. But chain of command. He left that evidence behind after touching it without gloves on. Chain of command when it comes to evidence. And it looks like this person's walking away. Like, are they trying to say that they're looking for her? Because he's not even looking down that bank or anything. Like, this is a pretty, if you're doing a search for her, it's pretty shoddy at this point. They're not even looking over that edge there where it goes down into the creek. He's just walking his path, trying to catch up to this little buddy here.
Salida, Shaky 11.
Shaky 11.
Additionally, if you can, contact the hospital and see if anyone under that name has been under there.
Maybe I'll call and see if they'll release any of that data. And it's going to be a blue bike with colorful pedals. The husband's not sure of the brand.
Yeah, that's what I got right here.
Copy it. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing with the hospital.
Okay, so here comes the other cop. Someone has to, yes. He's not looking for anything. Blood, it's something she might have dropped, drag marks. He's not calling. He did a little bit. Suzanne, hey, Suzanne. Hey, Suzanne. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just had to check a message. Sorry. Didn't wear gloves. I want to see if this copper up here has gloves on. Let's go back and see.
Shaky 11 Florida.
Go ahead.
No. Or does he? Hang on.
He also advised he'll be home around 9 p.m. this evening, and he is pretty emotional at this time, just for your information.
Okay, so did you hear that came over the radio? When they radioed Barry to ask about the bike, he told them he wouldn't be home till around 9 o'clock. Why does it take you 3 hours to get from Denver to this area? Apparently, it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. And we know he didn't leave that motel room between noon and 6 p.m. Right? So he wasn't at a job site like he claims he was. So he should have been home within the hour and a half. I can't tell if this cop has gloves on.
Looking around for the woods right now, just to see if we can find it.
Copy 1939.
Now, don't forget, you guys, the creek that runs behind the Morphew home is somehow attached to this, but it's not as deep as this, and it's not even as wide.
Yeah. Maybe we can go double check the house. Yeah.
Nope, that cop doesn't have gloves on either. So thank God he didn't find anything, because he would have been touching it too.
God. Well, man, we might have to rescue. Yeah. Bike and forth anyway. I mean, she's really close to the house. It's weird that she dumped it like that, though. Like she's like the house.
Did you notice what the cop said? Why would she dump it like that, though? So right away, the cop, in his mind, felt the bike was dumped, right? Because he just said to this other cop, why did she dump it like that? Why would she dump it like that?
It's like right over here. I know. It's just bizarre that she dumped it like that, you know?
See, just bizarre she dumped it like that, you know?
I don't know if she was coming down the hill and, I don't know, lost control, went over the edge, or if she was climbing and then got exhausted and dumped it over the edge.
Like, they keep talking about it being dumped. It was dumped all right, but it wasn't by Suzanne. Okay, so let's see if the other cop touches the bike.
On it. I didn't see any blood on it.
Now, don't forget, you guys, they left this bike unattended. Evidence. Oh, now he's going to take a picture.
What is that?
Maybe.
Right there.
Like,
What's that up there?
Copper, shouldn't you have pulled out your phone and took a picture before you moved that bike? Right? Right? The first thing that should have been done before anything else was pictures should have been taken. And we don't see this cop doing that before he removes the bike.
That's exactly right. Yeah. What's a jacket that was looking at just verify? That's like the jacket, but it looks old though.
Okay. So there's a jacket of some type, which could be evidence of something, but there is a jacket that was also left there. We hadn't heard about this.
Thank you, 42.
Still, no picture taken from what I'm seeing, unless he's going to do it right now.
Safety 11, fine.
Go ahead.
The hospital has not had anybody check in by that name today.
Copy. We're gonna move up to the house.
Okay, so he's getting the coordinates of where this is, but let's see if he takes a picture of it.
Copy a 1942.
Nope, no picture of it.
Did it go? Yeah.
So this dude goes all the way up there to look at it, sees that it's a jacket, he pins it, he drops a pin as to where the jacket was found, but there's no picture taken of it. We've never seen a picture of that jacket.
Leave you to get it on the top. This is too steep. Yeah.
Too steep for him to do his job, I guess. Okay, so we're coming up on the bike again. Okay, let's see if the other cop touches
I
it.
mean, if you fall down this hill, it's gonna be a bit bigger.
12, you're on safety law.
So now it looks like he might be taking a picture now, but a little too late because the bike's already been moved.
No worries. 1943.
I wonder if one of us is favorite.
I'm watching to see if this other cop touches it too. There, he's touched it again.
One's gonna be like on the bottom of that. That's what I usually do. Because the rim's not gonna. I'm just looking at the rim.
You can't see it on body cam, but doesn't look like he did.
What is this one?
But look at him touching that with no gloves on.
I guess maybe you're careful where you touch it too. Just stay on there. I'm not touching too much.
Little late for that. The other cop's saying, hey, be careful where you're touching that. Well, don't you think it's a little late for that since he doesn't have gloves on? I mean, it's ridiculous, you guys. Are these guys like rookies or what?
Yeah. Something's up with this front tire. Said something's up with this front tire.
And he just spit. Okay, JD King says, to be fair, Ellie here deals with missing people, not murdered people. Every law enforcement officer, cop knows, are taught in the academy, if you come across evidence, you do not touch it without gloves. Leave it be. There is no... he would have failed his course. He would never become a cop if he didn't learn. You never touch evidence or that could be Suzanne's bike. Even if it wasn't, you don't touch it. And if you have to touch it, you put on a pair of gloves. That's 101. And this too, and this is why you don't touch it. If there would have been hair or fibers or anything on that bike from the perpetrator, it's now gone. You see how he's banging it all over them rocks and everything else? Say there would have been a hair or something. It is gone. This is why you do not touch evidence. You leave it to the detectives. So any evidence on that bike, fibers, hair, other DNA, it's gone. And look at him. Look at him, how he's touching the handlebars, how he touched the seat and everything else. Okay, J.D. King. Again, I'm going to tell you, when you come across evidence, you do not touch it. Yes, the bike had to be collected. That is up to the detectives. There could have been hairs, fibers, anything on that bike. The detectives go over it with a fine-tooth comb before it's moved. And it's photographed each step of the way for reasons. Like I said, this is law 101. Don't touch evidence. Leave it for the detectives. They know how to collect it properly in case there's other evidence on that bike. Okay? So that's the end of this one. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is this one. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is this one. And I will be doing the same on this. This one's only 6 minutes. Absolutely. There was no need to bring it up right away. Somebody stays with the bike, or they post somebody at the top. You do not move it, nothing. There was no pictures of how it was there, nothing, because they moved it. This is a big mistake, a huge mistake. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's starting to get dark now.
Where is it?
Barry shows up. Listen carefully to his first words. He's showing up now where the bike was found.
Where's the bike?
Oh, it's right there.
Where was it?
It was like just right down here in this little embankment right here. So, sorry, Chippy, yes, dude. We got the husband on the scene here with me.
Okay. I'm here with my daughter. She's at Barry's
Oh,
house.
okay. All right, yeah, you can go down
Was it
there.
a crash?
I mean, the bike looked, the way it was laid, it kind of looked like it, but there's not really that much damage to the bike. That's the thing.
Lion?
Okay, who heard that? Don't forget, he just found out his wife's missing. He just drives from Denver. Here we go. There's, yes, George Davis. He's already on the scene. Did anybody catch what he just said? Was it a crash? Did you hear what he said after that? The Jilly Bean, boom. North. First words out of his mouth, okay? Was it a crash? Well, and he says, the cop says, well, it looks like it could have kind of been that. Okay. Next words out of his mouth, a lion. Let's just go back a little bit here. And we're just going to play that again for a second.
Okay. All right, yeah, you can go down there.
Was it a crash?
I mean, the bike looked, the way it was laying, it kind of looked like it, but there's not really that much damage to the bike. That's the thing.
Lion?
Yeah, it was just like
Was
lying.
there no lion? Mountain lion?
I didn't see it.
Hear that? Was it a lion? No, it wasn't lying down, is what the cop was about to. No, a mountain lion, he says. And the cop says, I didn't see no thing of that. Okay.
Anything that would
I didn't see
indicate,
anything, and they're not letting us go to the site
because we're getting attracted
dogs. We're bringing dogs.
Where'd you find that bike? Right
just
here?
right down in here.
Do you
Yeah.
know where my husband and son are?
They
Or
Yeah.
probably went down to Puma.
Yeah,
Down
so-
to the house.
Okay.
Lindsay's there.
Hey, and Bear, just I know this is tough right now. Do you mind if I just get your driver's license for our report stuff? Search and rescue's on their way. Hey, Bear, and then I'll probably need your help to kind of tell me some of the trails that she frequents, so we can backtrack some of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
Oh man. And she's an avid mountain biker, right?
They just started about. She's been here.
And just a confirmation, you left this morning at 5.
Okay. She was around the school.
Okay. And she told you she was gonna go bike
She
riding?
bikes every day. Yeah.
Okay. He says he left at 5 a.m. and he says that she mountain bikes every day, which is a complete lie.
She said she's gonna bike when she gets up.
So she was asleep in the bed when you left. Did you say bye to her or anything?
No, she sounds asleep.
Okay.
Always leave her.
So the last time you probably actually saw her was this morning. That was it, right?
Yeah, I've been in Denver. I got a big job up there. I've been there all day. Working.
Okay. He says there, I have a big job to do. I've been out there all day. He says he's got a big job to do, but he spent from noon until the time he got the call at 6 o'clock laying in that motel room, catching up on sleep because he had been up since 2 nights previous. He didn't sleep the night before because he was busy disposing, in my opinion, of Suzanne. He didn't sleep. And there is all kinds of evidence to prove that he was up back and forth with the opening and closing of the doors. I've got all that documentation, you guys. I don't think I'm going to go over all of that today, but I will go over some of it. Okay. So he's saying that he had this big job to do, and that's what he was out doing. No, he wasn't. He was dumping trash at 5 different sites. We're going to go over that. And we got pictures. Okay. The pictures are going to be interesting, you guys. You wait till they're coming up. As soon as we get through these videos, they're coming.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man. We're doing the best. We got
Did
a
they
lot of
check
people
the house?
coming.
Did they?
Yeah,
They
they've got.
looked through the house.
Yeah, they got
What? Hang on a sec, you guys.
that. We got
Did
a
they
lot of
check
people
the
coming.
house? Did they?
Yeah,
They
they've got.
looked through the house.
Yeah, they got the house, and what we're doing is we're keeping people out of the house because if the dog comes, they want to get a scent from out of the house,
Yeah.
so they don't want to pollute that scent. So that way we can start trying. And I walked up this. Like I said, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Nothing looked like.
I wonder if she was hurt. If she could climb up the hill.
But that's the thing. When we came here, still was daylight, right? So if she was right here, somebody would have easily, you know what I mean? Just because it was like literally like right down. It was this. I mean, if we saw it coming in, somebody would have definitely seen it too, you know?
Okay, so Dana says, what backed up truck 90 feet? What was that about the Puma path? He's saying that he asked if they had checked the house yet to see if she was there. And the officer said that they have other cops at the house. Okay, so pay attention to this coming up now. There's the bike, the back of the truck.
No.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Do you want us to stage down at that residence or?
So hold on, let me get this in
Yeah.
and I'll get right with you.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, so there's the search and rescue that showed up now.
Hey, Barry. Besides, I know the bike was here, but what are some of the paths that, or like the trails, like
She rides this road. She rides up to the top, and then she goes up to Luce's.
Okay,
If there's no snow, she'll go up high on Luce's. She went down this one a couple.
Okay, pay attention, you
down
guys.
this one here too?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay, you see this guy here? There's another guy off to the side over here. Pay attention to what the cop says, because he goes over and touches the bike.
So double check Bruce's over there too, because I think
Well,
was
see,
it Miles?
different
I think
bikes.
Miles. Yeah, I know. We just want to double check everything. So yeah,
Did anybody look for foot tracks on the road?
I haven't seen anything really, but
Like people tracks? We're lying.
I
See, he's asking about, is there any footprints, any mountain lion tracks?
didn't really notice. But I won't lie, I'm not like an expert tracker or something, you know. Yeah, so my partner is actually the one that saw and picked it up, but it was like the top of it was weird because it feels like the top of the bike was like up this way.
So maybe flipped.
Maybe, I don't know, man.
But the problem is,
Go ahead.
what's the thing about 4 o'clock in the morning? Was that somebody on the phone?
5 o'clock. Oh yeah, so we pinged the phone and it said the last activity was at 4 in the morning.
You hear that? The last activity on Suzanne's phone was at 4 a.m. when he said she was in bed sleeping and he left at 5 a.m.
Here?
It's off with a Ponzi tower. So there's not any specific limit. Hey, could you not touch the bike?
Did you hear that? They're over there touching the bike.
With your hands, please.
Okay, you see this guy right here. He's over there touching the bike.
Hey!
And that's the other guy that was coming for search and rescue or whatever.
That's the husband. Because I've been wearing gloves. I've been trying not to. So.
Put it in here. Can you fit it in your car?
No, but I could try to. My car is with the back is filled with tag here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the bike was found right there. See that little pink thing right in there. And you could see it on our initial body camera too when we found it, right over there, right there by like.
Okay, so these are the investigators now. That bike should not have been touched until they got to the scene.
Tree. So I've been seeing the little distraught group that he's kind of going back and like, why didn't they check the recruit? I'm like, you know, we're trying to do the best. And this guy, I guess his name's George Davis. He showed up on his own. I guess Barry. Hey Barry, are you guys? Are you where are you guys headed? Okay. Here soon. I'm gonna probably get.
So it was Barry and George Davis that were touching her bike. Okay. So that's the end of the video, you guys.
Have you come and talk with us more? All right, thanks, man.
Okay, so they were trying to walk away, and the cop said, "No, come back. You need to talk to us some more." Okay, we're going to jump to, I think there's one more that, yes, there's one more that I want to show you. Okay, so this one is going to be very interesting too, but I want to see, George Davis was the guy that apparently did the 400 tours in Iraq, or Iran, or whatever it was. Impossible. Impossible. Tammy, I love it. I love it. And don't forget the pictures that you could see them over on AK's channel. I do have them here. We're going to go through them. Where the bike was upside down on a garage floor, then it was stood up, and this and that. I'm telling you, there has been so many people that touched that bike. So George Davis touched it. Barry touched it. The cop touched it. Lord knows who else touched it at that garage, right? Okay, so are we ready to go to the next one? And this is going to be, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory first. Okay. Now, when the cops, you seen Barry go and George Davis going to walk away. The cop says, no, 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 no. You got to come back here. We need to talk to you more. After that, the talking or whatever that they had done, they decided the tracking dog was coming. They needed something of Suzanne's. So they're going to take Barry to the house. Let's watch that. There is no sound at the very beginning of this, you guys. Sound will kick in probably around here, I think. So here they are. You can see Barry right here with a cop behind him. They're going into the house so Barry can show them where they can get something of Suzanne's. Look at what he's wearing. An orange shirt. This is going to be important, okay? I believe it's orange. I think that's him. Let me just watch this again and see. Sound will kick in, you guys. It's not your computer. It's not me. It's the video itself. There we go. Okay, so Barry is not wearing an orange shirt. He's wearing a plaid. I will gotta write this down. Red, white, and black. Long sleeve. Why is he wearing a long sleeve? We're going to find out why.
Yes, sir. When we go inside, let's just go direct.
Okay, listen to this. Listen exactly to what this cop says. This is the way you're supposed to do it. When we go inside, do not touch anything. Okay? Let's continue. Keep that in your mind.
Directly to where something that she's worn today, and let's not touch anything just for in case.
Okay, you see how the cop is putting on his gloves? Perfect. You're a good guy.
Is this unlocked?
Yes. Which way would that be? This way? No.
Here's the fireplace. Okay, so you guys can see there's a cop behind Barry and this other cop. He's filming. Watch.
Anything down there?
These are all hers right here?
Yeah.
Now, this cop has got gloves on, so he's good to reach down and pick something up, okay? But what happens next is very troubling, okay? They made it a point to say, we're going to go in. You got to show us where something of Suzanne's is. Do not touch anything. Yes, they had already secured the scene. The police had already been here, had gotten the key from, I think, the neighbor to get in the house. But just pay attention to this, you guys. The cop says, do not touch anything. Okay? Charlie, remember you said that, okay? Because I'm going to show you something else. Just give me a second to get through this video, and then I'm going to show you something else. Why he's wearing a long sleeve shirt. So the cops have said, do not touch anything. And I'm putting that out there and I'm saying it over and over for a reason. This cop here has gloves. So now he's going into this laundry basket and he's going to take something of Suzanne's. Barry's got his hands in his
Have you got a
pocket.
plastic bag?
Watch.
Or a paper bag?
Number one, you're supposed to put everything in a paper bag. You don't put it in plastic because the plastic can do something to evidence like prints, stuff like that. You always put it in paper. Okay, so it doesn't sweat or anything from the plastic. But where's your evidence bags? You're going in the house. You know you're going in the house to get something of Suzanne's. Why did the police themselves not bring in an evidence bag? The cop with the gloves on turns to Barry and says, "Do you have a bag?" Watch what happens.
I mean, it's direct contact with the skin.
You see what he just did? Number one, law enforcement knew why they were going in that house, to get something of Suzanne's. Why didn't they bring a bag? Do you see what he just did? He opened that drawer. Fingerprints. He's searching through the drawer. He's touching multiple things in the drawer. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, there's a glass sitting here. Looks like this chair has been pulled out, like somebody sat there and had a drink from a glass. Okay, this is important, okay, because later on they say that the coffee mugs and everything were Suzanne's. She probably had a coffee and left. There's a glass sitting here. Why wasn't that taken? All the other chairs are pushed in. We've seen that as we walked up on this. Look at this. Even a dead animal here in the kitchen. And a chair pulled out. That glass should have been taken. Let's continue. He grabs a plastic bag out with his fingers. No gloves. So who does he hand it to? He hands it to the other cop that was walking behind and videotaping everything. That's going to be important too. I'll show you in a minute why.
No, we should just be fine with one.
See that? Let me just get this so it's not. Oh, it is. This cop that's been walking behind and videotaping them from coming in when they first came in the house has no gloves on either. This is important. We're going to see why. So now he's touched the evidence bag, both Barry and him, with no gloves. Their scent is going to transfer to that bag, which could transfer to Suzanne's clothes that they put in it. Let's watch. Now the cop walks ahead and leaves Barry behind. He could have grabbed something off that counter that he might have forgotten. Here is the fireplace. That's going to come into play with the next things that I show you. But look at all the dead animals. This is a very masculine house, okay? The dead animals, yes, he's an avid hunter, but Suzanne was an animal activist, okay? What else can we see in this picture? We see something here that he has. How does he know that that's not one of the girls' items? Because he just took it out of the laundry basket while Barry's in the kitchen. How does he know that that is Suzanne's? How does he know that that is not one of the daughters? Thank you so much, Kelly, for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. It's time consuming. I took a long time to put this together, so and wanted to make sure that I showed you guys the points. And this is how I look at things when I'm going through videos. So thank you very much for that, Kelly Ann. It's appreciated. Now, also in this picture, what you can see are the stairs. Okay? If you remember correctly, they said that they found a fingerprint on the stair. The stairs are carpeted. Okay? You can see where the bulk of the stair here, and then there's a carpet runner going up the middle of this, or they could be fully carpeted. Let's see if I can get... No, the whole stairs are carpeted. So how do you get a fingerprint off a carpet without cutting out the carpet or something? But here's this cop. He's got his flashlight touching his gloves. Okay? You're not supposed to touch anything else when you have them gloves on and you're picking up anything. Okay? But it is what it is. Here's the other cop again. No gloves. Okay, this is his body cam. No gloves. One hand here, one hand here. Don't forget, the cops told Barry, don't touch anything. Barry's behind him. They can't see what Barry's doing right now. The cop is standing directly in front of this cop. They can't see what Barry's doing anymore. Puts his flashlight on the table, which he just touched, and he's putting whatever this is. Into the bag. Into a plastic bag, which is another no-no.
How do you turn on the exterior lights?
Okay? So here's Barry now standing beside. He's got, I think this is a phone or something in his hand. But the stairs are carpeted. He just asked, have you turned on the outside lights? Okay? That's what he just said. Watch what this cop does. The one without the gloves. Watch what he does.
Which light switch is it?
Which light switch is
All
it?
of them, Dale?
Okay? You see him because this is the back where the hot tub and everything is outside here. Okay? There's a barbecue over here. There's a table with chairs here. There's a hot tub. And this is where Suzanne was laying out. Okay? Now the cop says, did you turn any, or the barbecue's over here. We'll see what as soon as they turn it on. I know it's turned in some other pictures. Okay? So he says, nobody's got the lights on out here. Let me go and turn them on. Watch. You see that? Right for the light switch. No gloves. Okay, so it's the opposite. The grill and that's here. The hot tub's on the other side. Here's all the patio chairs that are all moved around. This chair is also moved out. See, it's sitting sideways like somebody had been sitting out here. And he walks back after touching the light switch. Okay, hang on a second, you guys. Okay, so Corey H. Okay, we will come back to this. Hang on, you guys. I want to go back to... I want to go back to something here. And I'm going to slow this down. Because somebody just pointed something out to me. You're going to hear some weird noises, you guys. But I have to do this for a reason. I want to see something.
No. 3, 5, 1.
Corey, I think you're right. Okay, Corey pointed something out. That it looks like Barry put something in the drawer. You could barely see it, but it almost looks like he puts something in the drawer and then puts a box over top of it. See, watch. Watch right here.
No.
See? Look at. He takes something. See his arm come out? Looks like he put something in that drawer and then puts the box over top of it. Good catch. Good catch, Corey. Okay, so let's go back to okay, so we've seen this where he goes over and he turns the light switches on with no gloves. Okay, watch. Look at what Barry's doing right there. Look at. You see what he does? Look at Barry. He touched the light switches. He touches the light switches after being told not to touch anything. So the drawers, whatever he put in that drawer, the boxes and the light switches. And Lord knows what else he touched when the cop had his back turned to him. Okay, we'll go back and do that.
Yeah.
But you can see his arm moving out too.
That's one. This be fine, that's one. This be fine, that's one.
That noise there?
This be fine, that's one.
Yeah, there's something heavy.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've seen this where he touches the light switches after being told not to touch anything.
Hey, Anthony. Can I speak to you over there once we get back? Yeah.
So this cop just said, "Can I speak to you over there when we get back?" Let's see if we can pick up what he's saying.
Right there. So you realize what you got, right? Those shorts? Yeah. Those are for mountain biking. Yeah. Like the padded shorts you can wear in the mountain bike. Yeah. So.
Okay, so the cop says, "Did you see what he grabbed? He showed you her mountain bike shorts. They're kind of padded." Okay? Now, if Suzanne had gone on a bike ride, don't you think she would have worn them? And that's not all, you guys. She would have worn them. She would have worn a blue jacket. She would have worn her helmet. She would have had her water container. She would have had her sunglasses. We've seen this in all the pictures that are out there. What she wears mountain biking. Wait till you see the pictures. Because after this video, I'm going to show you the pictures.
I'm curious. Yeah, I saw that. But they were bike shorts. Yeah. And, so I got them. You know, she's like everything for the house ready. You know what I mean? Yeah, it looks good. Oh, okay. Sidetrack though. When you take a right.
Okay? Sorry, you guys. So those are the videos I want to touch on. Okay? So, like I said in the videos, there was a lot of people touching a lot of stuff that they should not have been touching. And this is why I say, you guys, that these partial fingerprints are not good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to go here. And there's going to be a series of pictures that I'm going to show you, and we're going to go over it. Okay, let me just share my screen here. Just so you guys can see this. Okay, so I'm going to show you pictures of Suzanne's Jeep. Okay? Whoops. wait a minute. Why is this not coming up? Hang on a sec, you guys. What? Okay, wait a minute. Hang on a minute, you guys. I don't know why. Hang on. My pictures are not coming up for some reason. Okay, my sister just messaged me saying that my brother from a different mother is here. AK, where are you? Do you want to come up? Where is he? I gotta scroll back. Hang on. I'm trying to find him here. Where is he? Where? He's hiding on me. There he is. There he is. Love you too, my brother. So there he is. I was going to see if we couldn't get him to jump on the live with us, but he is working on the Jeep. So Jeep needs some repairs there again. As you can see, you guys, this is AK. You guys may not have known him by the name, but you'll recognize his face. Everybody is commenting on his beautiful blue eyes. So this is AK. That's what's streaming across the bottom, has been since I started the live. He's the one that helps bring all this stuff to us. Also, he has stuff where he interviewed Barry himself without Barry even knowing. Recorded a conversation that he had with Barry. That is all over on his channel. His channel is scrolling across the bottom of my screen here. While you're over there, go to his About section, please, and drop him some money in his buckets there. He's got a Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App to help him continue doing what he is doing for us. He has been boots on the ground. He's been doing the drones. He's been doing the searches. You'll know that he did go with, he had Adventures with Purpose come out and had them help him. Of course, Barry knew. Like I said, we'd watched that video too, Kurt, where first thing he says when he gets out of his truck is, did she crash? Was it a lion? And the cop thought he said, was it laying down? And he said, no, a mountain lion. You know, and it's just, there was a lot of things that I pointed out in there. And I mean, I haven't been able to go over each video with a fine-tooth comb yet. That's something that I will be doing. But they're just watching them at normal speed. I caught quite a bit there. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I wasn't going to show all of this, but I'm going to use their pictures because some reason, let me just see if I can't pull them up on this side. Hang on. No, my pictures won't come up for some reason. I think I saved them in the wrong format. Dang it. So I'm going to have to use the pictures. Who has all the pictures? Who has all the pictures? Give me a second, you guys. Yeah, I kind of thought that because of the radio he had in his. Everybody was asking what he had in his hand, and you could see a wire almost like coming off of it. So but it looked like a walkie-talkie. So that's what it was. AK just cleared that up. It was they were speaking on the fire station radios. Yeah, I'm going to ask Kurt, did you, in the video where they're collecting evidence. Did you hear or did you pick up more on that video? Looking like Barry put something in the drawer. Remember, he had his hands in his pockets most of the time. But then everybody's saying they think they hear him drop something. I see his arm move kind of weird. We're not bringing certain people into this, you guys. Yeah. Okay, so Kurt said he heard it too. I looked. Did you? You're going to have to send that DM. Let me see it. You could see his arm moving, not in a way that it looks like he's just putting something down. You could see his arm kind of come up, like he's trying to put something in the back. But yeah, so somebody's seen you point that out last night. I didn't see it. Like I said, I've only watched them quickly, trying to get all this stuff together. So we'll finish once I'm cold enough to come back in. All right. So like I've asked you guys, if anybody is thinking of putting super chats or anything here for me today, I would rather you go over to, instead of giving me super chats, whatever, I would appreciate if you went over to AK Rock's YouTube channel. It's running across the bottom of my screen, and go throw something in his bucket there. In his about section, you scroll down to the bottom and you'll see his Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Throw something in his bucket for him there. Let's see what we can do to get him some cash to get his vehicles fixed and gas money. And I mean, this costs a lot of money, you guys, to do what he's doing. So, I mean, so far he's been taking it out of his own pocket, and I think we need to help him out. I'm going to throw some money in there for him. And AK, what I need you to do, you got my phone number, either to my phone number, I sent it to you in the DM, or on a DM on Twitter. Can you send me your email? I need your email address that you use for PayPal, so I can send you money from my PayPal to yours. I'm going to also ask you guys, if you send PayPal, make sure you change it from goods and services to friends and family. That way they don't take any taxes or fees or anything like that off it. He gets the full amount. I love you too. I'm going to throw a couple $100 in there, but I need his email. I need your email address. So DM me that, the email address you use for your PayPal, so I can send it directly from my PayPal to yours. Because I have PayPal too. It keeps bringing me to my PayPal every time I try to go to yours for some reason. I don't know. So please do that for me, brother. Okay, so I found here Fox 21 News. I will link them in the description, because for some reason I saved my pictures in wrong format, so I can't bring them up. And I want to go through some of these photos, okay? I wish I could make this bigger on the screen. Okay, so what I said to you guys that I said I was going to, let me just share my screen here. Show you more pictures of the bike. So after they touched the handlebars and the seat and whatever other parts that they touched on that bike when they picked it up, when they should have just left it, or at least taken pictures and checked it for any kind of fibers, but I mean, that's why you leave it to the detective. But anyway, it should not have been moved. They moved it. So the handlebars were touched. The seat was touched. Lord knows what else in this area when he was trying to get it over those rocks and everything was touched. If there was any hair or fiber that was on that bike by whoever threw it there, it could have got caught on their shirt, something as they threw it over, maybe a little hair or something. Forget it. It's gone now. And then they bring it to a garage where they do this. See this? Exactly where they said that the fingerprints were found. It's touching the ground. There's such thing called transfer of fingerprints too. Okay? Now, a little too late now, but this guy, whoever this is, I'm not sure who it is, pointing to the seat. Yeah. They got fingerprints off the seat and off the handlebars, which this cop touched, as we just seen in the videos. Okay, so this picture here that I'm going to show you, this area right here is where they found Suzanne's helmet. I'm going to show you a map at the end. Thank you, Kelly Ann. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And AK is out. He's got his earbuds in. He's listening to the live. So I'm going to thank you for him too. Anything helps you guys, any little bit. I ask, please don't do any super chats or anything here on my channel for this, please. I would like you for this video, please go over and donate whatever you felt like donating to me today. Please go over and donate it to my brother who's doing all this work on he's not a blood brother, but he's a brother within this family that we have. We've been working on this since day one. When I first met him, it wasn't long after Suzanne went missing. And this guy is just phenomenal. The amount of work that he's put into this out of his own money, thousands and thousands of dollars. And for him to bring us the information that he brings us, come on, let's give him a hand, you guys. Let's give him a boost so he doesn't have to worry about maybe not getting something at home in order to be able to go and do this. And I'm not saying they're suffering at all at home. They're not. They're okay. The family's okay. Him and his wife are okay. Him and his son are okay. But instead of being able to do a lot of extras, he's using that money to do this. Okay. So please, I ask you, find it in your heart. Go on over there. Go throw him some donations, you guys, and show the appreciation. I wouldn't be able to bring this to you right now if it wasn't for him. So I'm going to ask that you please do that. And he does share a lot of information with me. No. I'm not. That's what family, would you say, Kurt? We're family. That's right. And this is what family does. My family is this YouTube channel. And you know what? My family cares. My family have got big hearts. And you're going to see just how good my subscribers are and the hearts that they have. So please, I'm asking you guys, please go over there, throw some money in his bucket. He's got Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. So if you go to his channel, the link is running across the bottom of my screen. My sister has been putting it in the description. So are the other mods, putting it in the description. Go on over, click on the About tab, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see the various ways that you can help donate to him so we can keep him going. Okay. So let's get back to this photo. You can barely see it, but right where my cursor is, that is her blue helmet. Okay. Inside that helmet, that's how they know it's Suzanne's, is because she had contact information in that helmet. And you can see it right here where it says Barry and then a partial number and whatnot here. Okay. Here's from farther away. The helmet was found over here in this area. There it is right there under my cursor. It's right there. And this is the road. So it was swung out the window as somebody was driving by. So this is the Morphew home right here. This is where the bike was found. Now, if you remember when we went through everything that Barry said he did that morning, and he said that he went to Salida. Okay, he went through Salida and went up to Denver. He went to work. He did not admit to going left. Okay, to go to Salida, he would have to come down this way here. Okay, the helmet was found over here where he made that left-hand turn. So when the police, only when the police came to him and said, hey, Barry, we got your GPS back. It's in the arrest affidavit. And it shows you didn't turn right to go to Salida that morning. You turned left first. And this is when he made up this story that he's seeing the deer and he wanted to try and follow them, or the elk or whatever it was. Thank you so much for that drama. I know you're listening, Kurt. Drama must remain on the stage, says Willow, you're a sweetheart to do that. And yes, AK is awesome. Absolutely he is. And it's funny because I'm not going to say our whole conversation that we've been having over the last couple of days, but he said to me, I said, you know, Kurt, I know he has no problem with me using his stuff, but I'm going to ask to show him the respect that he deserves. And he says, absolutely, go ahead and use it. He says, just when you become famous, he says, don't forget about me and my nonprofit. And my reply back to him was, my brother, if I ever become famous, you're coming right along with me. Okay? And I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Not that I'm going to become famous, but it's that's how much respect that I have for him. And Nana, I don't know if Nana's in here, but I love her name for that reason. Where we go one, we go all. That's Nana's, part of Nana's name on the channel here. Where we go one, we go all. Okay, my brother? Okay, so it wasn't until the police said that they have his GPS that shows that he went this way. Okay? That's when he said, oh, yeah. I seen a herd of elk or deer and he wanted to check for their antlers. I'm not an outdoorsy hunter. Forget it. I'm an animal lover. So I don't know, elk, deer, whatever the hell it was. And he wanted to follow them. And it's funny because that's where her helmet was found. Okay? These pictures, that's where her helmet was found. Right there. When he went left. Okay? This is the Morphew home. This is where the bike was found. Absolutely. GPS does not lie. Okay. So, on to the next. Here's a picture. And I wanted to go to Suzanne's Jeep next, but my pictures, I saved them wrong. Go figure. The hacker that I am, right? I can't even save a picture right, for crying out loud. There she is. Nana, WWG1 WGA, which means where we go one, we go all. So I'm happy to see, I got to see, there she is. There she is right there. There she is. And I just love that she has that, Nana, where we go one, we go all. Think about that saying. Continuing the Canadian reputation little. I'm not sure I know what that is referring to. Speaking of the Canadian reputation, it's still crazy in Ottawa. The truckers are still doing their convoy thing. They're still, it's our government, they're wusses. But anyway. Yeah, they're still all there causing a ruckus in Ottawa, and I wish I could be out there right now with them all. Oh, you make me laugh. Uh-oh, what'd I do? These on the fly, and like this isn't scripted, you guys. So I don't even know what's going to come out of my mouth next. But anyway, please bear with me. Aww, someone has to says, you're known as the kindest people on the planet. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. We have our days. Accuse me of something I didn't do. You're going to see some of my temper. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just like, you know, I'm old enough and I should know better. So I shouldn't lose my temper. But it happens to the best of us. Okay, back to the pictures, you guys. I don't know what the heck this is. Let's get rid of that. Because Suzanne would never have worn anything like that. So, this is the picture of Suzanne. You see here, she has her water, her little backpacky thing with her water, her sunglasses, her helmet. This is like a zip-up tight, like, this is a jacket that people that go running or jogging or stuff like that, or biking or whatever they wear. This is what she usually wears. My sister, you shush. Okay, now here's the purse. This is not where I wanted to start with this purse. I want to start back here. Okay, so this is the picture of Suzanne's Jeep. And, whoops, I hate that I can't do this the way I wanted to because I could blow things up and everything. on my pictures, and why they've changed to another format, I don't know. My computer's got a mind of its own. I have no idea. Here you see like some little fruit, those little fruit gummies that you can buy, real fruit, maybe for energy or whatever. Here is her water little satchel thing that she wears with the hose on it that she can drink out of. Here is her purse. Here is her sunglasses. And here is, I guess, the pool chemical stuff. If she had gone on a bike ride, don't you think that she would have had all this? Well, not the purse. The purse would have probably stayed at home. But this stuff on her, the glasses and her water, it was in the Jeep. Right? Now, I'm going to, I love you too, sis. I'm going to say something here. If this was an abduction or something along them lines that Barry wants us to think, you think that abductor is going to go, oh, hey, hang on, whoa, wait, can you not run away from me and just sit right there for a minute, because I've got to go and plant this stuff in your Jeep. And wait a minute. Don't move nowhere. I will be right back. I've got to run down the road and throw your bike over the side of the cliff. Please wait right there for me so I can come back and abduct you. If you guys could see my face right now. If somebody's coming to abduct you, they take you and they get the hell out of there and as far away from there as they can, as quick as they can. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot. Got to throw your helmet somewhere. Now, which way did I throw that bike? I forget. But she's sitting at home, maybe sipping a margarita, waiting for me to get back to an abductor while I do all this stuff. At the very least, the abductor would have had to plant this stuff, right? Because they're saying that there was a bullet casing on the floor, there was a fingerprint in the bedroom, and a fingerprint on the stairs. So, if they have a theory that this is an abduction, then the abductor would have had to have been in the house. There was no forced entry. Right? And then plant all this stuff and still have a hold of Suzanne. There's only one person that could have done that. And that's because she probably got shot with a dart that put her out cold. See, here's the cranberry things and everything that one would usually take as a little snack, a healthy snack. Here's her purse. Now, an abductor would have at least taken her purse. Money, right? So here's her purse. And we know it's the purse that's there because if you look at this blue and like little flowers on it back here, you can see it in the purse right along the top up here. So we know that's her purse. So here's her purse. This is what's inside her purse. Money, cash, can't be traced, cash. Okay? They would have at least taken that. Right? Okay, so I wanted to get into the text last. So somebody remind me about the text. Okay, so let's go back to here. So this is what a dart cap looks like. I'm just going to scroll through these so you can see. This is the actual where the liquid and stuff is with the needle. And there's a cap. See this cap? Now this is one that Barry had at home. And this is the cap that was found in the dryer. They match. So this cap would go over this part here. You see it right here. You see this ridge here? You can see that ridge here. It goes over to protect the needle is inside there. That just tells you what it is. Different kinds of darts. Okay. So somebody could poke somebody with one of these darts. You don't have to necessarily put it in a dart gun. Oh, I'm going to leave that right there. No, I can't because it's going to block my screen. Smart ass. I love you. Remote drug delivery equipment. Okay, this is his garage. Let me see if I can blow this up a bit more. Oh gosh, no, I can't without losing it all. This is his garage. You see the bikes way in the back here, a motorcycle in front. Why is it that motorcycle moved? Because the other bikes are back here. Interesting. And here's all his trophies from all his killings. I'm sure there's another one he'd love to add up there, but it wouldn't be appropriate. This is the dart cap in the dryer. So what they did is, okay, there's more dart caps. These are not in order. This is his gun cabinet. Look at the mess of that. Like, you got junk in there that doesn't need to be in a safe, but there's all kinds of stuff in here. Looks like junk. Anyway, and look at how his guns, he stores his guns. Really safe. Okay, so here's the clothes in the dryer. When they pulled the clothes out of the dryer, that's when they found the cap at the bottom of the dryer in the previous picture I just showed you. So this is one of the ones, this is on his workbench table or something in the garage where they're finding all these dirt caps. See, this is the dirt cap they found. It matches one that he has readily available. There it is again. Okay, so you can see the needle in there. And that cap that they found is this part here, this plastic piece over top that protects that. Don't let me forget the text. Okay, so Suzanne was laying out, I believe, I'm trying to see which way this is. This is the garage. So Suzanne would have been laying out back here somewhere, I think. And this is just showing points where his phone pinged. When he was apparently running around shooting chipmunks, we believe that he was running around chasing Suzanne after he had tranquilized her. Because we do know that it takes several minutes to finally have her pass out. Now, the reason I believe that these are pinging like this is because of the direction of your phone. That's what I think. If you're behind, like if he's here in front of the garage, I think, and this is only my opinion, that it's going to ping differently because of the cement walls here, where when he came out in the open a bit, it probably picked up again, but maybe picked him up over here when he was really over here, or picked him up here when he was really over here. He could have been passing through this breezeway here, in and right out the back. So that's why it would ping over here and then would ping over here. So these pictures are just basically the pings around the house when he was, I believe, chasing Suzanne. And the reason that the pings are showing in the center of the house and stuff like that, I think it's just because of the materials that are around him. Like y'all know, sometimes when you go into a mall, you don't got service because of the cement walls, right? That's what I think is going on there. But just my opinion. Okay, so I don't know if I can, no, I can't do these individually. So this is the inside of Barry's truck. Look how filthy this is. There's clothing, garbage, tools. He's made sure he put his fireman's hat here and gloves. But there's also more clothes. This is this here is the shirt that it looked like he was wearing. This shirt here when he was walking through the house with the police. It looks like that shirt right there. More of his truck. Okay. Where's the beginning? So this is on the 9th. Okay. And why I find this is important, let me just take a sip of my coffee. Okay, so the reason I feel this is important, the photos that we had from before, when the police were taking photos, okay, of Barry's house. This is apparently when he's on his way home on the 9th. See how he's got that backhoe on the trailer? But on the 10th, when the police took photos, or on the 11th, because they went there on the 10th after the bike was found or whatever, they went to the house. The trailer and backhoe were at the house, but the backhoe was off the trailer. Which means sometime between the 9th and the 10th, right? That backhoe was pulled off that trailer for something. Okay? So I'm glad these photos are out now, because this is showing on the 9th he was bringing that trailer home with the backhoe. Intent, like he had something on his mind. This is when I believe Suzanne was murdered, on the 9th. Okay? He shows up not long after this picture. Okay? So he goes home. That's when Suzanne's sunbathing and blah, blah, blah. And something happens to her that night. But that trailer and backhoe is left there when he leaves the next morning to go to Denver. When I believe, and I said this right at the beginning, I'm being shown him throwing that bike in the back of his truck and then throwing it down the hill. And that's exactly what I think he did. And he went the other way to dispose of her helmet. But this backhoe and trailer was left at the house. Not backhoe, whatever this thing is called. Bobcat. Was left at the house, and the Bobcat was off the trailer. What did he use that Bobcat for between the 9th here at 2:27 in the afternoon, right? When he's going home, when he finds Suzanne sunbathing, he leaves that trailer and Bobcat there. Why did the Bobcat between the 9th and the 10th, or the 11th, when the police got there? Don't forget, the 10th, he was gone all day. When he came back, he was no longer allowed at that house. So he didn't use it the morning of the 11th after Suzanne was already reported missing. It was used between the 9th, when he got home, and when the police got to that home on the 10th, when Suzanne was reported missing. So sometime late afternoon of the 9th into the 9th, late evening, past midnight, into when he left at 5 in the morning to go to Salida or Denver, that backhoe had been used because it was taken off the trailer. That, now that I see this, now that I know by this picture and this picture only, that Bobcat was brought home on the 9th, and it was on the trailer on the 9th, at this time, that Bobcat was used for something. And I'm still sticking to what my read says. My read says that I believe that there was things put certain places, but I do believe that that Bobcat could have been used to dig in that creek, put her in there, put the dirt back over top, and let the creek run over top with the rocks and everything, and nobody'd know nothing. But that Bobcat came off that trailer for a reason. Between the 9th at 2:27 in the afternoon, he was still on his way home with it. So say he gets home, we'll give him 10 minutes from here, because this is Salida. So I don't know how long it is from Salida, because it says Salida right here. From Salida to home, say half an hour. Say he gets home at 3 o'clock. Somewhere between 3 o'clock that afternoon on the 9th and the next morning when he leaves at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work in Denver, that Bobcat is taken off that trailer. What was it used for? And these are just more pictures showing him with this Bobcat hauling it all over Hell's Half Acres. Here he is heading home. It's at 13:34. So 2:34, he's still heading home. He's still got the Bobcat. Okay? I think this is when he took it to get the new blade or something put on. Okay, so now we're going to go to this. These are Barry's injuries that they took pictures of. There's cuts. This is his left hand. You can tell by the wedding band. Cuts here. Some of these, when you blow it up, some of these, like this one over here, and this one down in here, the bottom one, there's one right here, not this one, but this one right here looks older. But this one, and this one all look new. This also looks fresh, and these are certainly fresh. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 marks. Her thumb would be on the other side, right? This is probably her 4 fingers marks. This looks almost like a baby fingernail mark. And then 1, 2, 3. And her thumb would be under his arm. So that would be done with her right hand. Because I believe this one that's up high, when you grab something, your baby finger usually stays up higher. So I think, and the shape of it like this shows me that that could be a baby fingernail. And these ones here are like scratching down, like the forefinger, the middle finger, and the index finger, right? 1, 2, 3, and then the baby one. Her thumb would have been underneath here. These are fresh. He's trying to say that those are from a tree or working. So you scrape your arm once on something, you don't go back to do it a couple more times, right? These were all done at the same time. There's 1, 2, 3 going in a downwards motion. And this one here, which I think is a baby fingernail, is more of a dig in. Like she's digging that one in, and the other one's like she's trying to pull herself away, or he's trying to pull his arm back or something. And I feel like this one dug in, and these are downward motion. Okay. Okay, yeah. So this is a book that was there that Suzanne was reading, Al-Anon family groups. Al-Anon are for family members, victims of people who have alcohol, drug problems. That's what Al-Anon is for. She had this book. So obviously somebody had that she was dealing with had a serious issue for her to need to seek out help from Al-Anon. And that's what this is an Al-Anon book. Here's the spy pen that she had that they found in the master bedroom. Looks like a normal pen, right? Spy pen. Here's the broken bedroom door that clearly shows that this was forced in. Like somebody from the outside was forcing that door open. You can tell by the scrapes on here too that it's the little pin thing was locked for it to make that gouge mark right there. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but there's a gouge mark right here that shows that it's going in this direction. So the door was locked, and that gouge is made from actually somebody forcing that door open, and so is this break. This is one of the bedrooms that we all know that she was OCD clean. She would clean bedding, etc., get things ready if guests were coming. Now, with that being said, I'm OCD, okay? And I'm going to tell you something right now. She would not have put those pillows and allowed these blankets to touch the floor, okay? There's a stool here that she could have put them on. There's a chair here that she could have put them on. Somebody with OCD would not have put these on the floor. Okay? Sorry, you guys. Give me a second here. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so clearly, like I said, I'm OCD. I've heard that Suzanne was too. Everything has to be in its place. She kept a very clean house. No matter how clean you keep your house, if you're OCD, you would not do this. And even if you did for a second, you would never leave it like that. These would have been either on the chair, along with this comforter, on the chair. You know what I mean? So who did that? Okay, sister. This is the Morphew. This is Suzanne and Barry's room, I think. I think this is their room. I'm not sure. But there's a marker on the floor here. And I believe that's where another fingerprint was found. That could have been anybody. And you notice this is the same carpeting that they have on the stairs. So how they got a fingerprint off the stairs, I don't know. Now, this is where it gets interesting. There's a few things that I want you guys to look at in here. Okay? We're going to get a close-up. Here's a close-up of the woods, the fireplace. I know what I see here, and there's something that I think has been overlooked. I don't know if it's been brought up. I haven't heard it, so you guys can correct me if it has been brought up before. But can you guys tell me what you see in this photo? Evidentiary value. What do you see in this photo? This is of inside the wood stove or the fire pit, inside the house. What do you see there? Hello, Melinda. Okay, Kellyanne says Barry destroying evidence. We know that. Okay, you see the metal. Yes. Let's not bring any other creators into the chat, please. Just give me a second, you guys. Rosie, Corey, Des, I know you're going to pick up my niece. But mods in chat, if you see any other creator other than AK being mentioned in chat, please remove it. Remove the comment, give them a warning. If it continues, just take them out of chat. Rosie has put it there a couple times, not to mention other YouTube creators. That's going to be the last one because I'm not bringing any drama over here. Okay, so let me get back here so I can start putting some of this up for you guys. Burnt paper. Papers that were burnt. The rack. Something with some kind of, I don't know if it's really Christmassy, but there's some kind of almost like a notebook or something, right? Like, could that be parts of her journal? Did her journal look like that, right? Yep, bent to hell, bottoms off. Those are pieces of paper that could be part of the journal. It could be part of something else. The legs. Yes, thank you, Rosie. Nana says, doesn't make sense to have a wood rack. I'm still waiting. Yes. So what I believe, okay, also a temporary fire. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what I see in here. These are all definitely, these look like from some kind of journal, these metal pieces. These look like, these that I'm pointing at right here look like file folder holders. I've got a file cabinet sitting right beside me. These are the metal things that hold your folder onto the racks on each side of your file cabinet. That's exactly what these are. These two metal things here. So he burnt like a folder, okay? This could be parts of a journal or something else. There's also something here partially burnt, and it looks almost like rubbery. Over here is bindings, like those spiral bindings that you find in a notebook. But if you look at this piece of wood up here, and if you look at their firewood pile, this piece of wood does not belong there. This is varnished. Everybody knows you never burn varnished or painted wood, stuff like that, pressure treated wood. You do not put that in any wood stove, fireplace, because it causes a kerosene buildup in your chimney, which causes carpet fires. Oh my gosh, Willow. Chimney fires. Okay? You don't burn this. This is a piece of lacquered wood. Why? This looks to me like a piece of wood from within that house somewhere. Was there blood on it? Was something was on this piece of wood that he needed to burn, and it didn't burn all the way through? I believe because of the lacquer. And yes, it is toxic. Okay? So I don't know if there is no. No. Now there is pictures elsewhere of beside this that we can also see in the video, where they've got the normal stacks of wood that you're supposed to, it's supposed to be a hardwood, and you got to dry it out for a minimum of a year before you can use it in a wood stove or a fireplace. This is like a wood stove because you can see the insert here. Okay, these are like ceramic inserts that heat up. So this isn't even a fireplace. This is a wood stove. And these are blowers up top. These would be electric blowers to blow the heat out into the room. This is a wood stove. It's not a fireplace. And like I said, I just seen this, the insert. Let me just, yeah, it's got an insert in it. This has been taken out of the wood stove and sitting on the hearth. But yeah, this is an insert. Yeah, so it's a wood stove with ceramic. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm talking to myself, yeah. It almost looks like some of this type of wood, but thicker. Almost like a piece of a bed. Or maybe this piece. I wonder if this piece is still on the bed. But it's some type of wood like that that's in that fireplace, and it was burnt. Why? Not how did it get there? Why? Why that type of wood when that's not what's generally burnt there? You got to ask why. Well, it is kind of shaped like a barrel of, like the holding piece there that goes up against your shoulder of the gun. But there's a piece of lacquered wood in there that should not be there. No, it's too wide to be a baseball bat. It would have been rounded. This, I believe, is part of the journal. But this, when you blow it up, it almost looks like rubberized. I don't know. This is something here, too, that you generally would not find in a wood stove. You don't put anything in a wood stove except for what's supposed to be in that wood stove. Yeah, it looks almost like some kind of furniture wood. So I'd be anxious to see what, like, photos of all the beds and furniture, because a lot of the furniture was made out of wood too. Was there blood or something on this? Because he had to burn that piece for something. That's not normal burning wood. Okay? So that's interesting to me. And I think I've showed you these. Yes. Okay. Oh boy. Here we go. So these pictures are not in line. Okay. Like in timeline. So we're going to start when right here. Barry arrives at the motel at 7:46 in the morning. Okay. Checks in and everything. He's at the elevators now, going to go to his room or whatever. He's got this huge backpack on full of stuff. As you can see, it's full. He's got some kind of blue jacket or something. He's got another pair of shoes here. He's got 2 blue bags that he's holding in one hand here. Okay, they're so light, maybe some socks or something in there, but they're not too heavy, right? See how this is important, okay? See how the shape of these bags? Nothing heavy in these bags, okay? He's holding both bags, 1, 2, in the same hand, as well as a blue, almost like windbreaker kind of coat, shoes. In the other hand, it looks like he's got a cell phone or something. So he arrives. This is how he arrives. He's got a long-sleeved shirt on, blue jeans, and these work boots. That's at 7:46. I believe the next one, hang on. Okay, I'm trying to go in order here, you guys. Okay, so the next one you see is this. He's leaving his room. He's changed his shirt. He's still got the same blue jeans on, I believe. Let me just see here. Yeah, it looks to be the same blue jeans on. But he's changed his shirt. And look at these bags now. What's he throwing out? Look at these bags. Look at how big these bags are now. What is in them bags? And there's another one behind that is totally bigger than this. Because here's the 2 blue bags. And now look at them as he's leaving. And he's got these shoes again. Okay? Oh, it gets better. Gets better. Hello, Jules. Nice to see you. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is this, 907. Here he is, and he's got, look at the red and white thing here, these bags, the shoes and everything. He's walking this way. He's got the dark blue shirt on, blue jeans. Okay, so a couple minutes later, he's walking back, and he has got absolutely nothing. 2 minutes later. Okay, let's go back to the other one. Okay, so 907. 906:35, here he is leaving his room with all this stuff at 906. 907, he's getting off the elevator, and he's going this way. Looks like he's only got 1 bag now, so he's disposed of a bag somewhere. 909, he's coming back. And he's got nothing. Same clothes. Okay, so we're at 909. Okay, hang on. Sorry for bumping around, you guys, but these aren't in order. Okay, so now we see, so 909, he comes back, he has nothing. Almost 2 hours later, here he comes. He's got his shirt changed again. It looks like the same blue jeans, but I could be wrong. So 909, he probably left. He's coming back now at 10:56, which is like almost 2 hours later. Okay? Don't forget, he does the garbage dump runs. We're going to get to them. And now he's got all this paperwork. That's at 10:56. 10:36. Oh, Okay, so this is the next one. 10:36. He shows up, tons of paperwork, overflowing, right? He shows up back at this is the lobby again. He's in the black shirt, so he had left. At 9:09, he left. He comes back with all this paperwork at 10:36. He's getting on the elevator to go up to his room. That's what it is. And now he's changed his shirt because this is 10:56. He's leaving his room. He changed his shirt again, and he's got, it looks like, less paperwork. So he leaves at 9:09 with nothing in his hands. 10:36, he comes back with all this paperwork. 10:56, he's changed his shirt again. And this is 17/3/203. He's out in the hall doing something here. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting, you guys. When Barry first comes to the motel, he parks here. There's a garbage can over here somewhere. He disposes a bunch of stuff here. This is after all his previous dump runs, okay? So when he left with some of that blue bag stuff and wherever, we don't know what he did. Did he bring it out to the truck? I don't know what he did with it, okay? But this is going to be interesting. He parks here the first time. Here's the entrance over here to go into the motel, to check in, and everything is over here. He parks way over here when there's spots that are empty over here. He parks here and he empties stuff into a trash can here, gets back in his truck, and he leaves. It's shown on GPS. And this is a route that he took at one point, the fastest route. Okay, so here's the motel. Let me see if I got it right. Okay, let me start back here first. Okay, I think this is where it starts. Yeah. Okay, so as he's coming in, here's the hotel, here's the work site. These are the drop-off parts, okay, where he disposed of stuff. Here's the first one. This is by the bus shelter. He gets out of his truck, he walks behind, he disposes something in a trash can. He goes back to his truck, comes back out of his truck, and disposes more in the trash can. That's at the bus depot. This next one is, I forget what, this is another store. Excuse me. He parks here, and I believe the dumpsters are down over here somewhere. Hang on a sec, guys. Sorry. He parks here and he goes and dumps stuff in the dumpster. Here's another one where he parks and dumps stuff into another dumpster over here. Or over here, sorry. Here's the dumpster. He parks here and he walks across and dumps stuff into these big, huge dumpsters. They're the ones that the trucks use, and pull it up and dump it over top of their cab into the back. They're big, huge dumpsters. So why wouldn't you empty all your stuff into one big dumpster instead of making all and parking way over here and walking, unless you're trying to hide something, right? So here's where he had parked. I believe it was here somewhere. And there's a garbage can here, a garbage can here, and there's a garbage can on the other side of the bus. And I believe he parked over here. Why would you pull into a bus stop? As you're on the highway going to your job that you said you had this big job to do, why would you stop at a bus stop just to dump garbage? There's nothing else around there. Nothing except for that garbage can. So, it's back at the motel, 11:38 now. There's more stuff. Why wouldn't you have gotten rid of all this stuff? Okay, I want you to look at these pictures. Knowing all the places that he just was, including that huge dumpster. Okay? He's taking more stuff out of his truck. Look at what he's doing. Follow along. He's taking stuff out and putting it down there. Here's where you go into the motel. Now he's parked way over here. Okay? Somewhere over here. Comes and he brings more. Goes back to the truck. Here he comes. Here's where you go in. Okay, so he's parked back over here somewhere because we've seen him putting it down by the curbing over on the other side of the entrance. This here is the entrance to the motel. We've seen him putting the stuff on the ground over here, so his truck is back over here somewhere, putting stuff on the ground. Now he's picked it up and he's walking with it towards the other end of the motel. See? Big dumpsters. The entrance to the hotel now is behind him over here. You see how he's got all this? Look at how much stuff he's got. He walks back with nothing. There's tons of stuff he put in these dumpsters. Head down. What did I just do? Oh my God, that's the end of it. Look at the body language, looking down. When you're not confident in something or you're shamed or something, you look down. He's looking down. Hands in his pockets to cover maybe scars, blood on his hands, cuts on his hands. So I believe this is somewhere else. I think this is the McDonald's. He parked here and he dumped garbage over here. And again, this is the work site. This is the hotel. I want to go back to, where is it? See? He puts everything down here. Look at all the stuff that he's carrying to the dumpster. This doesn't look like just wrappers and everything that he said that he's been throwing out. Look at this. This is clothing. This is coat. This is bags of stuff. Look at how big this bag is. This is what he is carrying when he goes from here and he walks down here to put it in the dumpster, as you can see in these pictures here. And he's still got that light shirt on as he's walking with all this stuff down to the other end of the hotel. Look at, and he puts it in the dumpster. He walks back with nothing. This is apparently the dart gun that he said he uses when he shoots those darts at elk and everything. Okay, so I didn't forget. I want to go back. The last part of this is going to be the text messages. Start at the beginning. Whew. Sorry, I had to take a drink of my coffee. So here's the text messages. We're not going to read every single one of them. You guys can go back and pause the video once this is done. And just to let you guys know that when this live is done, it's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes for you guys to be able to see it again and be able to go over it again. It takes a little bit of time. I've got to put some description and stuff in there and put my tags and everything in there. So it will be private for at least 15, 20 minutes once we're done the live. Just to let you guys know, I'm not making this private for any other reason except for so I can put my descriptions and my links to Fox 21 News because I am using their content. I will be putting their link and stuff like that. I need 15, 20 minutes to get that all set up and done. So she's talking to somebody, one of her friends. How are things on the home front right now? Any changes? I'm going to try and read this the best I can. Suzanne answers. It changes like the wind as usual. Long text this morning of an apology and declaration. It's sad. I feel bad. I don't want to cause him to have to do this. There's just become a point that the reality of what's never been there is sobering. And I've accepted what is. He can't change the core person, you know? Makes me wonder what the young me was thinking. Then who she's talking to says, does he feel that reality too? She says, I was a broken girl just looking for stability and no confidence in who I was. He thinks we are great as long as he's getting what he wants. The next person here. who she's talking to is in dark blue. This is Suzanne in the white and black. The young us can't see past the outside of things. That's the wisdom they told us about, that we something have till we got older. Wish there was a way to have more of that in our younger years. She says, I have regrets, but Mal and Macy are the sweetest parts to this. No mistake there. So I'm just going to, unless I see something pop out, because it's really hard on my eyes, you guys, to try and read. Let me see if I can't get closer to it. It's hard on my eyes. Okay, that's better. Got my glasses on and I'm closer to it. Okay. So she says, very true. Girls plan every bit of it. Thank you for asking. How's the remote teaching going? Going well so far. I think our governor will announce that we are something the rest of the year. He's doing a press conference. Something. He's not going to be rational. Did something happen yesterday that brought on this, or is it just the everyday normal that is building up and wearing you down? Suzanne says, money stuff. It's sketchy. Was he planning on going with Mallory, or was that just a snag at getting someone on his side? She says, I need to ask your opinion on it. He also asked me if I'm talking to anyone about our marriage, like friends. See, he's worried that she's sharing his narcissism and abuse with other people. She says, make sure he doesn't see your phone. You keep it with you? Yes. When will he be home? Probably late. So then at 7:54 p.m., he came home when girls are gone. He won't speak a divorce, begging for another chance. I'm so torn, but I'm my heart. I know who he is. So in my heart, I know who he is. I can't really read a lot of this because of this black thing. Isn't that what something says? How long can you keep forgiving him? That was convenient timing too. That's what I told him. He threw the 7x7 at me, always using scripture when it's convenient. Almost to clear his conscience. You can look me in the eye the whole time. He couldn't. Same this morning when he told me his stories, no eye contact. I can't handle the unstableness. The day he cut his leg, he accused me of wanting to go back to town to get his meds and talk to someone. I came back with, I can't question you about another, but you can me. He literally opened his door while I was driving up the mountain like he was going to jump. His usual tactic. When I bring up another, then he pulls the girls in, told them everything that day. I lost all respect for him that day. He just wants the old us back. Macy said today she loves us both and wants us both happy. Her friend Hannah has divorced parents and seems happy. They get along well like my mom and dad did after they split. Not sure B could take that high road though. It will eventually be shown to all when he doesn't take the high road. I think you have to think about long-term health here. I really do. Love you so much, sweet friend. Just want to be there to hug on you. Suzanne says, I told Macy that today about guarding my health, and she said, Mom, why don't you divorce then? It broke my heart, but it's true. Thank you for being here. I'd be lost without you. I know I sound so one-sided. I've done my share of damage. I just want peace. And then there's, I'm not sure, Barry. There was something there, but it cut off. So whoever she was talking to said something about Barry. She says, was sad was so sad, Sheila. He's still pulling Mal in. I worry about her. She wants to please him and feels responsible for his happiness. My heart aches for them both in different ways. Maybe a longer answer than you needed, but I appreciate your prayers and your love. And then she says, you've been on my heart extra these past couple of days. I think I was feeling your hurt. I'm thankful you were able to talk to Macy. Is Barry home more now, or is he still working? He's not stable. It's guilt and desperate measures he's taking. Yes, she knows more than she should. My heart is aching for what he did today. She and I had a peaceful, fun week. He came in and wrecked it and left, making her feel bad for him. It's sick. He looks for any reason to run. It can be small, and he blows up and takes off. I believe still there's another. I can't win with him. He's too good at the manipulation. I feel stuck. I can't let my health decline again. And then she says, whoever she's talking to says, did he just get home from his trip? Probably feels guilty for missing her birthday. This way he can manipulate it into a situation where he doesn't something that made me laugh. We are sisters. I need to laugh. So this is her sister she's talking to. I need to laugh. I need some Sheila time. Ditto, sister. It's Jekyll and Hyde again. He and Mal were together last night, probably switching it on when he talks with her. I feel like I'm crazy. I just had a conversation with him. Pretty much told him I can't be healthy and stay in this. Sheila says, what did he say? He threatens to come home and pack. Where is he now? He will make a scene and use the players working. She asked, where is he now working? Is Mallory home or at her apartment? Both are home. Sheila says he's not going to be rational. Could use some extra prayer today. It's been rough here. How are your spirits? You are getting used to remote teaching. And then Sheila answers, to try and stay positive. Just strength, going for asking what kind of prayer she needs. And Suzanne says, just strength going forward, taking care of myself physically in a stressful marriage. Macy and I had a very long talk yesterday. Very needed, though. She sees and is so perceptive. She's weary of the tension here. She knows how he is towards me and almost begging me to divorce him. It was so sad, Sheila. He's still pulling Mal in. I worry about her. And then something about missing her birthday. Does he ever do anything wrong? He was gone from Tuesday night until last night. Called yesterday and said he was injured again with his leg and coming home. Yesterday was supposed to be the first day of season. It was all so strange. He kept telling me his phone is going off because he didn't have enough battery again. That's really weird. I'm so glad you and Macy had a good week. I'm sure she can feel the difference when he is there. I don't know how this is cut off somewhere. Anyway, move with him along with the chaos. She even mentioned a restraining order. I'm sick. I had a conversation like that with my 16-year-old. And then Sheila goes on to say that she worries about her and whatever, building a house would not be good. She's worried about her financial. She's been so, I don't know where that goes, but they go on to talk about conversations with the girls. Macy mentioned us separating today or divorcing. She wants us happy. She's tired of the tension. She said she should just go to Gunnison and live with Mal. My heart broke to hear her. He plays the hurt one. Does he have enough balls to talk with them? With you there? Says he loves me and can't handle the pain from me not giving him love he needs. Doesn't mention all the damage he's done to me physically and mentally. So Sheila's talking about it makes her sad. Macy had be put in a situation and having to live like that. I think when I press about there being another, he's resorted to this extreme behavior to scare me so that I won't bring it up again. I wanted to try to make it work until Macy was on her own. I wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't feel safe alone with him. I don't see how I can get over the damage done. I feel numb. I've told him they, I think she says that. And he said, okay, well, let's just tell the girls I'm something leaving and how you feel and you don't want me. I sound so terrible. I'm sorry. I know I've done things to hurt us too. Many things. Like I said, it's made me someone I don't. They cut off. He sat there as a ringleader the day he cut himself and told them all the things I believe and got them all upset and was just sitting back and egging on as if he felt justified and happy they were taking his side. I was sickening. I told them I was hurting for 2 years and they never knew because that's what parents should do. I feel no peace when he's here. I do not feel safe around him. He's lost my trust. He will do anything to come out looking good. It makes me someone I don't like. I'm sorry. I just feel lost today. This is the lowest I felt. I hate burdening you with more. I just want to make sure you don't struggle financially. This is her sister. And then she says, I'd live in a shack right now. I'm sure he won't make it easy. He has always wanted control. I can't do anything until we get our full payment for the house, maybe January. That's when they were selling the house in Indiana. Yes, I really want to talk to my sister about it. When she and John split, it was tough, but I'm sure she would have some advice. She's been able to make it on the inheritance money from Mom and Helen. Barry said he would pay all that back to me. Who knows? We used it to pay for this house, that's the Puma Pathos, and his bad decisions in Silver. That's a whole other story. Very strange. He's held onto it for years, even when we were losing bank. So I'd say money. I feel he's supporting somebody else. He uses Sal as an excuse to give money to. I'll share more about that later. Need your prayers for peace today. Been a tough day. How is your kidney pain? Better? Whoever she's talking to. I guess they asked about Suzanne. Relationships. He pulled Macy in again and left. My heart hurts for her. He's not stable. If guilt and desperate, and then it goes to somebody else. Went from sad yesterday to mad today. Typical for me once I think things through. No accountability on where he is and phone always off. At least it's peaceful. Well, that's good. Did he come back last night? He never came back. He says he's staying out until Friday. He has a job outside Denver that starts next Monday. He will, this is September of 2019. He has a job outside Denver that starts next Monday. He will come back to prepare for that, I guess. So you can see the date up the top. It's September 2nd, 2019. It's so messed up. He says his leg is re-injured, but he's on a mountaintop. I think he was looking for a reason to leave yesterday. Can't worry about it. He's unstable and double-minded in all his ways. Told Macy he was too. Told Macy he was too hurt to stay and got her pity before he left. So this is Sheila. Been so strong and patient. Thank you, Sheila. I was thinking this morning how long I have up with disappointments and just, I think it should have said put up with disappointments and just feel like I'm to the end. Kind of like my mom. She had a long fuse, but once and it's gone again. I've never come out and said I wanted it today. He thinks I'm holding on till after Mace graduates at least. He probably thinks I'm not strong enough to do it, given finances. And then she says she's worried about her mental health and stuff. Whoever's talking to Suzanne. Let me know if you have any advice. Macy assures me she would be fine with it yesterday. She said, Mom, why don't you just do it without telling him? She knows his manipulative ways. I don't either, and I feel it's slipping. I finally got him off the idea of building a house. I was, so back in September, I guess he wanted to build another house. Is that why he bought that land after she went missing? I was so anxious thinking about it. I think it was my inner self, just, I know I shouldn't. Whatever, it cut off again. Whoever she's talking to, have you looked into the next steps if you move forward on getting out? Suzanne says, not really. I feel unequipped. Wish I could just have an amicable talk, but dealing with a narcissist. Macy said, Mom, we could move to Salida and both get jobs this summer. Her friend Hannah has been through this. It's good to know, but she was alone with the fighting at home before. What does he want? Have you talked any more about the split? It's so hard to know what's next. Trust in the Lord to guide. He threatens, but I've never come out and said, sorry. And now it's jumping back to these ones. These are not in order, you guys. Would life, because that freezes everything. You should file because that freezes everything. He said, so you want to be in your own, want me to stop paying all your medical bills? And then I think it's her friend says that's just a scare tactic. He can hold money over you. Is insurance through his work right now, or do you have separate? And Suzanne says, we bought it separately. Not cheap, but neither is the line of credit we pay every month for the silver he's dabbled in, which he's lost a lot of money in. He will have to pay support, and I'm sure he doesn't like that thought. Suzanne says, I told him if he got angry at all, I was filing a restraining order on him. That shocked him a bit. Kept him together, though. And then there's more talk from her friend. It's going to jump all over here. These things are not in order, you guys. I don't want to be. He has pushed you so far. This is terrible, but I would manipulate him right back. Let's go tell them. I have been recording all of it. So whoever this is saying that she should confront him and tell them in front of him what he's done to her. And she says, they know he's hurt me. I believe Macy probably understands. And then it's cut off. They know he's hurt me. I believe Macy probably understands the most what it's done to me. Mal just wants the old us back. I stood my ground. He left again. So they must have gotten into another fight. Told him I'm done, that I need peace. Not sure what's next. Did he say anything or just walked out? He said that if that's how you feel, I'm leaving. He tries to portray something he's not and hopes he will pull me back in. He probably never thinks you will stand your ground. Told him when he involves girls, I was done with respecting him. He tried to use money as a tool, and the girls didn't take the bait. Just got fed up with me and leave. Does that sound bad? So she's wishing that he would just get fed up with her and would just leave. And Suzanne says, does that sound bad? Being apart may be more of a blessing for Macy. She says, I know. I feel so bad for her. But, he wants to look good. She says, yep, he wants me to look like the bad guy. They've got that twice, and I don't know why. And again here, well, if it means peace for you and the girls, you may have to. She said, yes. D, he's control all over the financial stuff. I worry. He's been sick piling case of this happening. I'm sure he has. It's a tangled web. I can't worry about that part. I've decided peace is worth more. Had a long... I don't know what this was up here, but I was thinking of my Kokomo talks with you and how broken I was. Suzanne says, yes, I've been thinking that way. I need peace. It's scary how good that sounds. About just leaving and starting a life somewhere else. Fast forward and think about life without him the next several years. Or think about how life would be with him over the next several years if it doesn't change. Hang on, you guys. So sorry. My throat is really drying out reading all this, you guys. Once Macy's gone, I won't be able to do it. She's scared to be alone with him or say anything to him to anger him if one of the girls aren't there because she's scared of what he'll do to her. Once Macy's gone, I won't be able to do it. I won't feel safe. Conveniently, the girls were gone that weekend. Did she predict her own death here? I've tried to hold on for her, but even she's weary of it and asking, why don't we separate? I sort of wish he would just get fed up with me and leave. Okay, that was how it all came to be in the last. These are not in line. So I'm just going to read some of these things, you guys. Oh, this is the Rebecca. Woohoo! Okay, wait. I can take these earphones out now. They're killing my ears. So we're back at the beginning. So that was all the text messages except for one more. There's one more here. Let me get to it. Which is this one, which was apparently sent to Barry just a few days before she got gone. I'm done. I could care less what you're up to and have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly. And I believe these are going back to all the other pictures that I sent you guys. So that's a lot of it there that I'm going to cover today, you guys. We've been here for 2.5 hours, but I wanted to go through those pictures and show you guys what was there, what Suzanne's mindset was leading up to this and had been for well over a year. Yeah, apparently he used a lot of her money and inheritance, not only to buy that house, but to invest in silver that's taken a dive. Yeah, I don't know how the girls could see those text messages and not get it. She says right there, she is scared to be alone with him. And this is just a handful of text messages. Could you imagine daily life there? So what I'm going to do, you guys, is, let me just see if there's anything else here that I wanted to let you guys know about. I'd like to still know, you guys, as he was going home on the 9th when he caught Suzanne sunbathing out in the back in her bikini. He's going home and you can see the bobcat on his trailer. He does something either later that day, into that evening, and we know now, by morning, she's dead. But also, that bobcat was taken off the trailer in that time frame too. So I do believe that bobcat was used. So and the changing of the clothes and the large amounts. That's not just candy wrappers and stuff out of your truck, bud. There's a lot more there. I wish when I saved the pictures to my computer, I could blow them up and almost see what was in them bags. Okay. Yeah, and the best way to get rid of stuff is burning it, right? Only if there's no metal in it. And why are you burning a piece of lacquered wood? I want to know where that piece of wood came from. And don't forget, you guys, when he was first questioned, apparently he said that he was going to a volunteer firefighting training session and then changed and said that he had this big job that he had to work on this wall, but the city knew nothing about it and it was illegal to work on Sundays. We got to keep that in mind too. As a bobcat just goes by my house on the back of somebody's trailer. The bed being stripped and stuff being thrown on the floor, that's another red flag for me, because being OCD, as Suzanne was, there's no way she would have put it there, especially when there's a chair, a lazy boy chair right there that she could have put it on. OCD, you're not going to put it on the floor. And even if it does happen to fall there, you're not going to leave it there. You're going to pick it up and put it somewhere. And she was sleeping. Did she sleep in the other bedroom because she didn't want to be near Barry? Or did something happen on that bed? He also said that he was in bed by 9, 10 o'clock at night, but there's proof that his vehicle was being messed with and moved, and doors opening and closing and starting and stopping, his phone pinging and everything, till like 3 something in the morning. And then when he finally leaves, I think it was around 4 something. He keeps changing clothes, all these trash runs, the bike. There's no way that an abductor is going to sit there and set up all that evidence. The bike, the helmet, stuff like that, the stuff put into the Jeep. There's no way. And by by what we just seen with the police touching stuff in the house without gloves on, Barry touching stuff in the house without gloves on, Barry possibly throwing something into that drawer and covering it up, the bike, the cops touching the bike, other people at the scene touching that bike. I just can't see how they can use that fingerprint evidence at all. So if I'm hoping that the prosecution brought this up, because there was just too many people that touched different stuff that it wouldn't be usable. So I'm hoping that the fingerprint evidence does get thrown out, because at this point it could be almost anybody. Okay, so before I go, you guys, let me just get some light on here. I don't know if that's going to be enough light, but it's all I got. Hang on a second here. There's something I want to show you. I got as much light on in here as I can. Oh, okay, let me turn my camera on. So my sister, Daz, sent me a bunch of stuff. Look at this. I've got pencils. These pencils, they write in all different colors. So I got some of them. Yes, I told you it came. Mama brought it over. So I'm going to show you these that she sent me. So she can tell you what they are, because I'm not going to know. This one in particular, let me see if my camera will pick it up. Look at the sparklies and everything in this. It's a skull. Whoops, it's a skull. But it's got all sparklies. She will be able to tell you what that is. What kind of stone is that, sister? That's, whoops. It's kind of hard to see. It's got all sparklies. I love it. So there's that one. She said I had to show these on the live. Blue gold stone. So this is the blue. I usually fix my camera before I start my lives. Okay, so that's the blue gold stone. And it is a bluey purple color with all these sparklies in it. And then there's this one. It's hard to see, but jeez. This one. What's this one, sister? It's got like sparklies inside of it almost. It's pretty cool. Okay, then there's, oh, Did you send me 2 of these? Why did you send me 2, sister? Was one of these supposed to be yours? Hang on, let me get the camera. Because these are the same thing that the skull is made of. Or did you send me? Okay, so this is the smoky quartz. Okay. And these look like the same as the skull one with the sparklies in them. Let me see if my camera can pick it up. See, it's got the, oh, this camera, the sparklies in it. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like the same, but you sent me 2. There, this one you can see really good. Looks like little lights in it. And then there's this one. Kurt will love this. These stones, these crystals here. He will love these. What's this one, sister? Okay, so these 2 are the little blue gold stone. Okay. What is this one? And I don't want to get too close because my camera's going to go all wacky. But it's got, no, this one isn't amethyst. This is, I don't think, labradorite. Labradorite. And it's got the veins that go through it and everything. I wish I had better lighting. My ring light broke. And then here's a smoky quartz again. And I love it. I just love it. And then what's this one? What's this one, sister? The milky something, isn't it? What's this one? Milky quartz. Yeah. This is the smoky quartz. This one here. And this is the milky quartz. Oh, there goes my camera again. Oh, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it keeps going blurry on me. So those are, well, I'm going to keep them out of the bag now. But I'm going to put it on my bar here. Put them around my candle. For now, to charge them and cleanse them. So yeah, and these pens, like you, hang on, let me see if I can get a piece of paper somewhere. They're my trusty book that I write down all my information in. So when you write, it goes, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's going mostly one color. I got a lot there. So there, I'll lift it up. See, it goes in different, it writes in different colors. Is that ever cool? So when I seen them, I said, oh, you can't get these in Canada. So she sent me 3 of them. Thank you, sister. And she sent me, what else did she send me? She sent me my birthday present. Do you want me to show that too? Eucalyptus and spearmint hand sanitizer. Whew, that's strong. Oh, got some. Oh. So she sent me that. And she sent me a pair of earbuds. Let me go and get that. Look at everybody. Oh. She got me my earbuds, which she's going to have to help me set up when I've got a few minutes to try and do it, or I might try and do it and end up having to call her. She send me some earbuds so I don't got to wear this thing anymore that gets caught on everything. And then for my birthday, she got me the pink Motivated from CJ Faison. The pink Motivated. I got 2 other sweaters of his, but she got me the pink hoodie from CJ Faison that I wanted. So isn't that nice of her? Things are so much more expensive here. For me to order, I think I showed you guys in one of my last lives when I ordered the CJ Faison Rise and Grind sweatshirt that I bought. It ends up costing me like $154 Canadian because it's $62 American for just the shipping. So in total, it comes to the price of the sweatshirt and the shipping comes to like $152 or $154. I love you too, sister. So yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Our other sister. I have 2 boxes for y'all. Need to get sent off ASAP. Call me. Melinda, I changed my phone number. I will have to message you to give you my new phone number. So if you see a phone number, I've got one of those anyway. I'll explain it to you in a text message. But I've got a new phone number. So I'll have to send that to you. And you know what I'm going to say, so you know it's me. You know my saying that I always say to you. So that's what I will put that in the message so you know it's me. Yeah, I gave you the address. If you want to ship anything, you guys, I will give you the address right here. And then you can write it down. You can send it to AA. USPS. Okay, so there is the address if anybody wants to send us. Oh, wait, I spelled Jersey wrong. Oh, there you go. So that's where you can send. I spelled New Jersey wrong. Jersey. Huh? Melinda says, I got rid of all Google products and Apple products. So try to use DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. I'm running away, so I'll be off grid for a while. You're running away. Well, you'll know it's from me by something I always say to you, Melinda. And I will try and get that done ASAP. It's going on 4 o'clock here, and I've got my son and granddaughter coming over for dinner, so I've got to get going on that. I haven't even started making anything yet, so I got to get going on that. I've been here almost 3 hours. Aw, thank you. Someone has too. Yeah, I'm looking into maybe getting my daughter to get me a post office box near her, but it's expensive, I think, to ship to Canada. I don't know. But I know I can ship my sister a box from Canada into the US and it costs me about $20 for shipping. That's not bad. But the shipping for one sweatshirt, $62. No, not good. I'm sure there's cheaper ways to ship. I don't know what shipping that they use there, but that's crazy. I can't wait to use my pencils. Get things organized here. I gotta turn out this little light. Okay, so let me turn off my camera. Okay, there we go. There's my pulsing wings. Yes, so if you haven't done so, please smash that like button. I appreciate that. Yes, and please don't forget, I've asked during this whole live, don't send me any super chats. If you wanted to send me anything, to go on over, it's scrolling across the bottom of my screen. I'll get my sister to put it up. Oh, she just did. Go to AK's channel, click on the About tab, scroll down to the bottom, and he's got 3 different ways that you can send him some funds there. Throw some funds in his box, please. He is he's a very humble man, and he's very proud. And I don't want to say too much because I just don't want to share certain things that he has said. But like I said, the family's good. Him and his wife, him and his kid, everything's good. But there's no money there for anything extra with them, like to even go to a movie or anything, because every spare bit of money that he has that he doesn't have to use for necessities, he's putting into going on these trips and going into the areas, into Salida. I think he's like 2 hours or 3 hours from Salida, and he goes there often each time. Like, I know I have got people that have contacted me, and then I have spoke with them to make sure it's okay that I pass that on to AK, because he's boots on the ground, which means he's got to make a trip down there. Okay. And, you know, the time and gas and everything else, it's a lot of money. He does really need help. Giving him super chats and that, YouTube takes 30%, and he has to wait a month to get it. So if you guys can do one of those, I think he's got Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, please help him out the best you can. And I've asked anybody that wanted to do a super chat or anything for me today, I've asked that you instead go over to his channel and put some money in his bucket there, and help my brother out with gas money. And he spent a lot on repairs. He's the equipment that he's bought. And like I said, his family's not suffering, but the extra little bits of money that he could be using to maybe go to a movie with his son or his wife or something, he uses that for this. Okay. He's full of pride. So that way, YouTube doesn't take 30% either. He's also in the process of starting up a nonprofit. So any of the super chats and that he does get, he's not even withdrawing. It's staying there until his nonprofit is set up. And then all that money is going to be going into the nonprofit. So if you can help, and I mean, we understand not everybody can afford to help, but if you can afford to throw a few bucks in there, or as much as you feel you can afford, please don't do it here for this live. Go over, and I've asked this throughout this whole live, for this live, please go and throw the money instead into his bucket. I got tons more lives that I'll be doing that I can get super chats on, or you guys can give super chats if you so choose. It's not necessary. Yeah. So even like if you can't afford to help financially, subscribing, commenting, liking the videos, that all helps too. Thank you for that, Sensible Crime. You are 100% right. Yeah, I've been hearing too that YouTube is going to start taking 50%. So, yes, I love him to death. He's family. And Yeah, and just send it. Don't ask him. Just send it. And if he bitches you out, you can blame me. He won't. He won't bitch you out. I promise. He's very. You'd have to know, AK. What you see is what he shows you. I know a different side of him. Okay. And I'm not going to share that here because I just don't think it's right. But I know a totally different side of him. But yes, please, 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 if you can today, just head over there and throw him a few bucks. If you can. Yes, he does have a big heart. And that big heart sometimes gets him in trouble. If you're still listening, AK. Sometimes that heart gets him in trouble. But he has a heart of gold. He's very humble. And very smart. Like, don't let, he calls himself this stupid ape and all this. Don't let him fool you. He is very bright, okay? Very bright. But that's his way because he has a hard time taking compliments. He has a hard time taking donations. He's very humble. Somebody makes a comment, oh, you got such pretty eye. Like, he has a hard time with compliments too. So yeah, just go do it. You don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna go over and drop a couple hundred to him too, and get him going, sister. But yeah, he needs help. He'll never ask you guys for it or his subscribers for it. But like I said, he's my brother. He's family, and I do see a totally other side that you guys don't get to see. So I'm asking from the bottom of my heart for him, not for myself, for him. So it is scrolling across the bottom of my screen. I know that he does have some things that he wants to do that are coming up. I'm not going to talk about that, just to let you guys know you won't be disappointed. He's got some big things coming. He stands up for what's right. You know what I mean? So he needs help. He needs help to be able to do those things. Okay. He's a true warrior. He also, if anybody in the area knows of any, no, I can't say that. Melinda, that's something else I have to tell you and talk to you about privately. So I will either call you or message you. I should probably call you for the first time so you know it's me. So I'll call you from my new number so you know it's me. And fill you in on a couple things. That can't be shared here yet. So you guys, keep the momentum up. If you can help him, please do that. And watch for some more great things that are going to be coming. Okay? Yeah, I'll stop. You're going to make me cry. Gosh darn it. Yes, I need to get his email, though, because I'll be sending from my PayPal directly to his, so there's no fees. And that's the only way I can do it. So okay, so I'm going to, let me see if he has DM'd me yet with his email. At 1 o'clock, he said, shoot, I don't know what the email is. Let me look. And that was at 1 o'clock almost. Well, 5 to 1. Procrastination, my brother. So I will watch for that. Oh, what did I do here? I almost lost you guys. Yes, there is the link to my sister's channel. Also, if anybody, yeah, he has Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. The only one I have is PayPal, and I want to send it from my PayPal to his PayPal. So I need his email that he used for his PayPal. And he hasn't used it on any of the other stuff. So he was saying that to not send it to you. No, he'll send it to me. He will. I know he will. He will send it to me. Yeah, he has. I gotta go back to my page here. He has. If you go to AK's YouTube page, click on the tab that says About. Scroll down to the bottom. And it's all listed there. Oh my gosh, where's my page? I swear to God, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. Okay, here it is. He's got Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. So go to AK Rocks on YouTube. There's the link right there. No. No, that came out wrong, sis. You should have taken the @AK Rocks out of there. Don't put the @AK Rocks HTTPS. Don't put that first part in there. Just from the HTTPS and on is what you put in your chat bar. It's on my, there, you can see it coming across the bottom of the screen right now. https://youtube.com/c/AKRocks/about. There it is right there. My sister just put it up, and scroll to the bottom of that page and you will see the links to Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Oh, I don't see what it looks like, sister, because I'm on StreamYards. Okay, I just went over to YouTube stream settings, and now I see it. Okay. But on StreamYards, I don't see it. It's just all black. There's no link there at all. Like, it doesn't come up for as a link for me. Melinda, you got to go to his YouTube channel. Hang on. Let me see if I can go and get it. Hang on. I will get his link for you for... Which one did you want? Cash App? Okay, hang on. I'm going to go get you the link right now for his Cash App. There is the link for his Cash App. Okay, so Melinda, there's the link right there for his Cash App. I just put it in chat. You can click on that link. Does anybody else want one of the other links while I'm here? I'll get the Venmo link. Here is the Venmo link. There's the link to his Venmo. And then I will give you the one for his PayPal. And there's the link to his PayPal. So there are all the links, you guys. I'm still waiting for it. Shows to others. Okay, let me try that, Kurt. Let me see if that's the one. Uh, okay, there it is. Also, you guys, okay, I've got the good one. Okay, wait. Crap. Okay, wait, let's see. Hang on, you guys, I'm just sending him some money. Also, if you're going to use the PayPal feature, you guys send it as friends and family. Okay, I just sent mine. Hang on, I'm just messaging him here. No, Melinda, it's not. Look up. I put it. Hang on. Yeah, there's a $ AK Rocks. Uh, okay. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Yeah, I got to get off of here though because I got my son and granddaughter coming for dinner. So, hang on a sec. He's giving me shit right now. He says, seriously. He says, I am effing grateful, but damn, lady. So like I said, you guys, he's so humble. It's like, I know right now how he's feeling accepting that, but it's like, I know this is coming from my heart. You know what I mean? So, and I know how hard it is for him to accept this stuff, you guys. So don't ask him. Just send it. Don't listen to him. You can blame me. Put it all on me. Say it's all Willow's fault. She told me to send it instead of sending her whatever those what are those things? Super chats and stuff like that. She said instead of sending it to her today, we were supposed to send it all to you. Put it on me. I don't care. I got big shoulders. He's just a sweetheart. Yeah, don't send super chats. Just send him either go there. His YouTube is scrolling across the bottom of my screen. And I'm not saying you have to, you guys, but I'm saying if you guys want to send me super chats today for this live, don't. I want you, not for this live. My other lives, no problem. But for this live, I want anything that you guys wanted to donate to me for today to send it to his Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Send it all over to him. He needs it more. My gas tank is full. He needs it to continue doing what he's doing. And I'm telling you, I think I've proved to you guys I wouldn't shoot no shit with you. Yeah, I just lit a cigarette. Who heard it? Who heard it? Everybody's vaping. I know my sister's got one lit. Oh my God. Aww. I wish I could share with you guys what he just said, but so I'm trying to get him to go over and check Melinda for the Cash App, and I want him to check the PayPal too to make sure he got mine, or somebody's going to be rich or have more money in their pocket than. Yes, I won't share. They said when I went, "Aw," he doesn't want me to share it, so I can't share it. I'm still waiting to see if he's checked what Melinda sent and what I sent. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if he's checked it. Uh-oh, what? Okay, hang on. Let me see. Good. Okay, so he's got mine through PayPal. He's checking yours now, Melinda. Sensible crime, absolutely. Like I said, people say, "Oh, well, Willow this and Willow that." Like I said, the people I follow and I support, where there's no drama, no nothing. Hey, I've even supported some of the channels, not sent some support in funds to some of the drama ones. But I'm sticking now to the ones that I'm close to, and I buy their merch. I send donations. I do super chats, everything. So it's not like, oh, well, Willow, you just made $300 in super chats. Yeah, and I just put 600 out between merch and super chats and stuff like this, sending over money in that. It's like, so I've always basically probably sent more than what I get. Okay, so let me see. Okay, Melinda, he didn't get it in Cash App. So he said, cancel the Cash App that you sent. And I would suggest you try the PayPal because mine just went through. He just showed me mine. Mine's there. So cancel that $400 you sent to the Cash App and send it via PayPal. Do you want, Melinda, do you want the link for PayPal, to his PayPal? I'll get that for you. Hang on. So you send it to the right one. Hang on. Hang on, let me get it again here. I'll put it in chat, so all you got to do is click on his link. Okay, there's the link to his PayPal. Just click on that link. And it should come up, donate to Hope Rocks. Help the Hope Rocks team continue to do what they do best, be the voices for the voiceless. And then you could just click on where the numbers are and just, you don't have to get rid of the 00s. Just type in how much you want to donate and it will change those 00s to how much you want to donate. There you go. I agree. And like I said, I will go. There's not a thing in this world that I will not do for my brother. And no, we are not blood related, but he has become like family to me. He is family to me, as I am to him. And anything I can do to support him, I'd like to start a GoFundMe, but I know he would lose his shit. If he's in chat right now, he is going to say something. Hopefully he's not. But that's what I would like to do, is start a GoFundMe. I wanted to do that when he busted the Jeep. If you guys don't see some of the Jeep videos he puts out where he's going over them hills and everything, it's like I'm holding my breath every time. It's like, no, but I'm scared of heights. So, and yeah, it cost him a few thousand there to fix that so he could continue to go out looking for Suzanne and searching these areas that we get that come in as tips and whatnot, and to do what he does. Like when he had to leave home, when all that bullshit come out about, oh, it was hacked and it was either him and then it was me, he jumped in his vehicle and drove to Salida so he could confront the judge. And especially the judge mentioning his name in open court. He had to do that. And he wouldn't have been able to if he hadn't got his Jeep fixed. And so it's things like that that he has to stay on. Let me just see. Oh shit, it's hard to cancel. No idea, brother. Let me check Melinda. We gotta check Melinda here. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm talking to you and you can't hear me, AK. Okay, wait a minute. Just give me a second, you guys. I just gotta text fix, Kurt. Okay. Oh, he said he had to come in and warm up. Okay, so I'm working on getting it sent. Have to do new password. No problem, Melinda. He's waiting. He just wants to make sure he can check it. Okay, so I just told him that you're trying to get it through there, Melinda. I'm going to stay on text with him just so we know that you got it. And I don't have Twitter on my phone, so I have to stay on my big computer until I know you've sent it, so I can check with him on Twitter on the direct messages. Well, I guess he could send me a text, right? Just okay, let me just go back to StreamYards here. Melinda, any updates that I can give him yet? Because I want to get off this live so I can go and get dinner started. I have to do a new password. Yeah, he showed me the Cash App and it didn't show up. In Cash App. So cancel the Cash App one and just do it through PayPal. So I'm going to leave it there. I can call Melinda if I have to. But I'm going to leave it there, you guys, because I got to get going. I've got to get dinner started for my company, for my child and grandchild coming. So thank you for sticking around today. Thank you for going through all the pictures and videos and everything with me. Thank you to my mods. Thank you. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. Let me just check here. Okay, no problem, Melinda. I'll tell him to message you. Does he have your phone number? Let me just message him quickly. Okay. What's this? Uh-oh. I don't know how I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how this stuff all works, you guys. It says I still got a message there, but I can't see it. So, oh, shit. I don't know what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go. Yes, thank you very much for the mods for being here and keeping things on schedule. I'm going to get off here. I got to get things done. Love you guys all to the moon and back. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. As more information comes in and the more I can get together, I will come back and give it all to you guys. Melinda, I did send him off a text to text you. Okay. And we will go from there. Okay, so until the next time, you guys, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Love you to the moon and back. Bye-bye for now.